Ladies and gentlemen, it's prime time.
Ooh, I like that.
Snap.
I'm in my prime. Right now is the time to show the whole world how I put it on the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, my name is Jay of the Jay the Austin YouTube channel, and I am here with the team of Buffalo Unwanted. How are you guys today?
Doing great.
Fantastic.
Jesus, why are you so close to the mic?
Sorry, I'm excited.
Jesus, all right, back up a little bit.
It's also because I watched the Selfish Generation one and they were really quiet, so I want to speak loudly and clearly.
All right,
they were
we
kinda
can
quiet.
hear you.
Who
Jesus.
gave this guy a laugh? I'll fucking live, Mike. Come on.
All right, well, first question for a lot of people who don't know, why are you guys called Buffalo Unwanted?
I got this one. All right, so I don't know how vulgar can I be here.
Well, let's not put any names on.
Oh, okay, all right. So
No,
it's not, I'm not gonna put any names. All right, so we'll put it like this. So you know, XDCW ended because a lot of guys went pro.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say we didn't have those opportunities or those chances because we did. We just didn't take advantage of them like those guys did, and you know weren't as close to those guys as those other guys were. So we call ourselves Buffalo's Unwanted because we were the guys that never made it. We were the guys that didn't want. We were the guys that didn't want to hang out with. The guys that never took a chance on. That's us.
We were left behind, pretty much.
Okay. Where'd you guys come up with this idea? Because if you watch Home or XCTW, you guys haven't really been this big of a faction.
Their idea.
This
Is
my
more his idea.
my biggest thing. All right, have you ever? How familiar are you with Evolve Wrestling?
A little bit, not too much,
So
but a little bit.
Eddie Kingston, Colby Carino, and a bunch of other guys. Swerve Strickland. They were
Joe
part of a
Gacy.
group called and Joe Gacy. They were part of a group called The Unwanted, and that's their idea. They were unwanted by every other promotion. The only place they had a place to shine was in Evolve, and it kind of gave me the idea of I kind of ripped it. Buffalo's Unwanted. So that was my thinking.
Okay. Let's start with some basics. How'd you guys all get into wrestling?
Who's taking the first one on this?
Well, basically, it was like the end of 2017. I was working my day job at the time, and I noticed my good old buddy Torrance was in attendance of the restaurant, and
Yeah.
he ended up linking me to a small wrestling thing in the backyard called SWA, which is where I ended up meeting all of these degenerates.
I just gotta say, the restaurant they met him at. What the fuck is up, Denny's?
All right.
Yeah, I work at Denny's. But yeah, anyways, so fast forward, it's January 2018, and we're all in the yard. I'm meeting all of these guys for the first time, and like instantly they just became my friends and just started doing this weekly, and I've been strong ever since.
What about you guys?
I met the wrestling through this degenerate right here through Shock, and for the last 14 years?
2010 at least.
Yeah,
Wow.
last 14 years, me and Jeff have been going strong the last 14 years in this wrestling business.
Was Jeff drunk the first time you met him too?
Actually, no. Because I met Jeff through, I met Jeff through Justice John and Big Tim, who don't wrestle anymore.
Yeah.
And ever since then, anywhere Jeff's gone, I've always either gotten a phone call or a Facebook message or a text message saying, hey, check out this new promotion that you and I are about to join.
Torrance isn't allowed to leave me.
No.
Torrance is
never.
not allowed to
He's
leave
never.
me.
He's my heterosexual life mate. Like he's not allowed.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to.
he's
I'm
not allowed to leave.
not allowed to leave. I did that once, and I've gotten about 52 messages from this degenerate saying, "Hey, why did you leave?"
Yeah,
And,
leave me again.
and
You got bad pop.
now I can't drink it. Thanks.
What about you, Mickey?
Don't do that to me.
None of these introduced me into BYW. It was a man you know of, CJ Carlton. He brought me in to a company called SWA about 2017. I was 15, about to turn 16.
You've been wrestling with us three degenerates for almost 10 years.
Yeah, going on 8 years I've been wrestling now. I started in SWA, like almost every single one of us here. And left that, and I was very in and out of XTCW. And now I'm home and in WCX over in Rochester.
Well, you Shock. But don't say it.
I do what I want, okay?
Okay.
You want to know specifically like how I got into our type of wrestling?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh man. So I just never I started with backyard wrestling probably like 2010, something like that, when I was 16, 17, something like that. I did attempt to go pro a few times for local promotion, Buffalo Championship Wrestling. I had local connections. I did do a few things for them. Never anything past like 20 years old, and after that, I figured I'm just gonna try and find some guys that enjoy wrestling, know what they're doing, and link up with them. And that's how I started with a whole nother promotion. I won't get into that, but I picked and chose the best guys from there. Torrance was also there, and Carlton was there. And we started. No, Mickey wasn't there. We started Savage Wrestling Alliance in the back of a friend's yard, former friend's yard.
I know what.
And
you're talking about now.
that was we got it. It was a base fed where we had a bunch of tires and plywood, a bunch of old school backyard wrestling fans know what we're talking about.
Tires, plywood, and a tarp.
A tarp, and then eventually some pads because we got we advanced, but yeah, it was a nice little base, and we were like quite a little underground following
Well,
for
I mean,
a
there was
while.
one point in time where we were on straight dirt.
We had a huge
Yeah.
following.
Like we put the tarp on the ground. We called
that
it
was-
day.
yeah.
That was a
We even
different
did a
time.
thing with
Do what you gotta do.
Hey, but the base thing that
Yeah.
was revolutionary for us.
Yeah, it was.
That's how I got my nose broken.
Ugh.
Carlton,
And a lot
thanks
of feds,
CJ.
I think a lot of feds copied
Got a
us
deviated septum
pretty
'cause of
much
you.
with the whole base thing.
Well, I mean, the base thing has
we
been around since the
we
90s.
copied the base thing because I didn't want to do the ground thing anymore. I was like, well, it's a lot of people were telling us online, if you want to be taken semi-serious as backyard wrestling, get off the ground, get into a ring, get a base, and I know nobody you're gonna fucking buy a ring around here until we
rings
got
are
into
expensive.
XTCW, but
And then they got rid of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
here you go, Torrance. Sorry.
Give me back his mic. All right. So, as you guys pointed out, you guys have wrestled more than home in XCCW. So, where all have you guys wrestled?
Like every
Yeah. Ever.
Oh, God.
ever.
Oh, God.
Shit. The person that's gonna have the most stories is probably gonna be like these two, but I've only wrestled for.
So
Wait,
far,
motherfucker, cut me off.
Give me a second.
me off.
Fucked up.
Give me a second to
I'm
answer.
sorry. Continue.
All right. Anyways, like I was saying, I only wrestled for SWA, XTCW, RWA, Home,
WCW.
WCW,
About to be Eddie W. in
and
June.
soon to come in June, NEW.
Yeah, I remember. I think Onyx were talking about that one.
Yeah.
What you guys?
For me, it was SWA, XTCW, RWA, WZW, UWC, and coming soon, WCX.
You forgot you, Dub.
I didn't wrestle for UW.
You did a couple times. Oh,
Yeah.
Never did.
Oh yeah, I did do like a rumble or two at UW.
Yeah, that is right.
Hi, Torrance.
For me wise, crap. It was I wrestled in EBW, WOTNA, SWA Zone.
Say what they all fucking stand for.
Okay.
weirdo.
I don't know what the EBW stood for, damn it.
Extreme backyard wrestling.
Yeah, Extreme Backyard
Most generic
Wrestling.
thing ever.
Then Wrestling of the New Age, Savage Wrestling Alliance, XTCW, because
Extreme
I was one of the
Wrestling.
first ones to go full time in XTCW there.
Fucking traitor.
Traitor.
Like,
Call
hold
him
on,
a traitor.
hold on. Yo, this motherfucker
When I
left
came
SWAT.
back-
When peak SWAT, he left because they're like, yo, we like you.
Because I won
Come over
everything,
here.
dude.
Fuck out of here. Now that's
We're
excuse.
gonna give you
Go
a
ahead,
title.
Torrance. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Torrance.
and then then I went back to SWA Zone, then went back to XTCW at season 4 with these degenerates.
Yeah, and then we all tagged along with them.
Then,
Took over.
then it was WZW over in Amsterdam. Then RWA, UWC, up next WCX, and then doing an appearance in NEW for their Ride in the Ring tournament.
I can't-
And then Shock.
Anywhere Torrance has wrestled, I've wrestled.
Yeah,
So
pretty much. That's pretty much the whole thing
The
with me and
most
Jeff.
notable places, though, are SWA, which is Savage Wrestling Alliance.
WCW in Amsterdam.
XTCW, which is Extreme Tri-City Wrestling. I got to throw them out there. They're the fucking homies. That's life right there.
Yep.
WZW, which is Warzone Wrestling. Got to throw them out there. They're the homies. They really put me on. They put best fucking friends. Shout out to them. They put Torrance on. I brought a lot of people over, and I, for lack of a better word or a better term, everybody cashed in on my meal ticket, and we got put on. Buffalo got put on over in one of the most popular backyard wrestling feds locally because they've been around since 2002. Mickey actually got on his first show, which was supposedly their last show, which was last June, but we'll see if they're coming back for more. And then we got Home, which is I'm rocking heavy for that right now. Got the Home hoodie right now, rocking that. RWA, Rochester, they put me on a little bit. UWC, yeah, that's Tiger Smith
Shout
right
out to
there.
Tiger.
And then hopefully soon WCX Wrestling Culture X, but we'll see where that goes. It's a little 12x12 ring. You got to get in on that because I would really like to see you shine outside of Buffalo, because to see where you started, Luke is to blame for that. You know,
Always blaming me.
all your fault.
anyway, to
All
see
your
where you
fault.
started to where you are, bro, it's like a whole fucking day and night. Like, dude, you're a fucking monster in that ring. You got to shine anywhere other than fucking home. You got to shine, bro.
I feel like if he traveled with us, he would shine completely.
Yeah, you need to.
Like,
you need to.
You would shine.
We'll put
like
you on.
I mean,
And
not
this dude's
trying
the
to.
booker of
I was about to
WCX
say,
right now,
not
so
trying to
fucking-
break kayfabe here, but I mean, I would be the man to talk to about that.
Hell
Just
yeah.
put that out
He's the booker of WCX, bro. Talk to him, he'll be good. Like,
Yeah, you guys are definitely like willing to travel to like, hey, there's wrestling here. All right, we're gonna go here. You guys are willing to travel to.
I feel like
where
a lot
wrestling.
of the
The
guys at
Onyx
home are
goes there
coming.
too, so it's your homie, man.
Well, the
Fucking
way
roll
we
with
kind of
him.
look at it is like we're not going pro. So any opportunity to wrestle and get our shit out there and different places, we're gonna take that, no matter where it is, whether it's an 8-hour drive or we gotta fucking take a plane. We gonna
Or
have to
train.
We gonna have to get there. You know what I mean? Like
By
our
plane,
goals,
train, or automobile.
most of our goals
Facts.
right here, as far as backyard wrestling, is to get on like DBW,
Yup.
NUW.
NUW.
Any GBYWN like fed.
UWF.
Yeah, UWF, the
Like those
Underground
are our
Wrestling
big goals
Federation.
right now.
My,
Since
I've
those
got
are
a-
the biggest promotions as far
I
as
kind of got a couple that I want to get on.
We also got this new one coming up, NEW. I forget what they stand for.
New era wrestling.
There you go,
or-
New Era Wrestling. They're out in Massachusetts. Our boy Jake Matthews is running a whole hardcore tournament that we're going to be up on June 1st. And at least for me, I don't do hardcore or deathmatch, whatever you want to call it. But I'm
Neither
just
do
going
I.
for the experience. I want to wrestle. There's going to be some heavy hitters there, and I want to get, like he said, we want to get our names out there. My thing is, I go by this. I want to be kind of like how Sting never went to WWE, how AJ Styles took forever to go to WWE. I want to be the best to never make it. I want to be the best to never go big time. You know what I mean? That's at least how I look at myself.
Yeah, that's a good goal.
Absolutely. Like for me too. Like I don't, like Jeff said, I don't do hardcore either. The one out of this group that does hardcore is the one that didn't even get invited, which is bullcrap.
We're not gonna get onto that, but Buddy got invited, but he's too busy.
Yeah. So
There's an opening. You should get in on it.
Gonna peer pressure him to go.
Someone
pressure,
left
peer
already.
pressure, peer pressure,
Both
peer
of people
pressure.
will drop off.
I might be able to swing that.
All right, next question. How'd you guys get into XTCW or home?
No, I want to go first. Because my story is a little different than all these guys.
No, let me start because I'm the big factor. I'm the big factor.
I want to go first.
Well, no. 'Cause
I'm
my
the one
story
that
is
got
just a little
signed
different.
first.
Because my story doesn't really factor into your guys' story.
I mean, it has
Like as far as like this, because SWAT and XTCW was at beef. Let me start there.
Yeah.
Right.
big beef.
Big beef.
How come?
Like
Huge
big
beef.
smoke.
All right, so it started off. I don't even know how it started off. I think they took the first shots.
Eli got signed over there. And
Whatever.
then-
Don't even give that dude the fucking time of day for his name. Anyway,
Fuck that dude.
shots were fired at one point, and we took it very serious because
Very
they were all on a
much so.
trampoline. They were all on a trampoline. We're like, yo, fuck these trampoline wrestlers. We're gonna show them what's good. Blah blah blah. So one day I got the idea. I was like, yo, we need to capitalize on this. We need to hit them up and be like, yo, what's good? We need to work a super show. We'll go over there. We'll do some ground wrestling like we do, and we'll do some trampoline wrestling like you do. And we'll throw the best wrestlers that you got against the best wrestlers that we got. I think I messaged, both Archer and Grimes, and I told them, I was like, let's do this. And they told me, well, our season's over in October. This was like this is probably like 2 or 3 days, or the weekend before Thanksgiving. And this is going back like 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
And
Long time now.
Yeah,
that's
we
wild.
it's probably still one of my favorite shows to this day. We got some great shows. I got to wrestle Brooks for the first time. Made a lot of lifetime friends, a lot of connections.
Not the first show.
Yeah,
the
what's
first
the
show.
first
I
show?
wrestled Brooks.
No,
Oh,
the
you
first show
wrestled Hunter.
you
I
wrestled
wrestled
Hunter.
Hunter.
You
Yeah,
wrestled
you're right.
Brooks because
And Brooks
we were
interfered.
doing a
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
with
yeah.
we were doing a feud with them with Hunter and Brooks.
Yeah,
I got
time.
you with a shirt though.
Yep. Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
it was a good show. It was a fun show. Torrance
They
wrestled.
smacked it.
I wrestled Iceman.
Yep.
Yo, they smacked
Beat
my
him.
head, and I
Beat
went
him
in the
clean.
group chat later in the night, and I told him, yo, you guys smacked me. He's like, no, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
Yes, they did.
How
Yes,
are
the
you gonna
fuck they
tell
did.
me,
What are you
bro?
talking about?
Anyway, that turned into a working relationship where some of their guys would come and work for SWAT and do our base shows, and then every so often
We
when
would
they
go
have
work for
shows,
them.
we would
So
go
this
over
is
there.
where my story comes into place, because like this is where like he likes to sugarcoat a little bit.
Okay.
This is like the first super show went smoothly. By the second super show, they had a ring, and when they had a ring, these motherfuckers.
So that was the second Super Show you came to. We had already done mad shows with
Yeah,
them.
they
on
had, by the
trampoline.
time when
We were doing season 3
XTCW
shows
got
with
the
them.
ring,
Yeah.
they were over there like white on rice. You know what I mean? And good reasons. The fucking ring. We're on the base.
Word.
I was so young and dumb.
trade.
I was steady like, yo, fuck XTCW. You guys are traitors. I took it to heart.
You were screaming that for
Yo, I
years
took it to
until
heart, bro. So they were
until you
wrestling for
showed up
XTW
season
for like
4.
a good year before I showed up. They like he had to like, yo, come on, bro. You're gonna be with the SWAT guy. Da 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 da. And even when I was there, I was
You just
just,
convinced him to come back.
it's just not. It wasn't for me.
SWAT died because I
wasn't
chose XTCW over that.
100%.
Swear to God. And I got everybody's like, everybody's gonna do what I do, bro. I'm not saying I'm a fucking leader, but everybody's gonna die in the hill that I'm on with me, bro. Fuck that. We're not gonna
It
stay.
took me a little bit.
It was a lot for a lot of us. We were wrestling in fucking downtown Buffalo. For a lot of us, it was a lot closer and easier to get to fucking travel the back roads to fucking up here in Niagara Falls to get to XTCW than it was to go
True.
all the way to fucking West Side downtown Buffalo
also
type shit.
false.
For a lot of us, yeah. Well, for me, Torrance, we also lived a lot closer to fucking. It's easier to get
Niagara
there
Falls than-
to Niagara
yeah.
Falls than
West side of Buffalo.
yeah.
I was also really young.
Should I tell
and
my
was,
story?
I was fucking poor. So I didn't have the funds
All
to
right,
get
so,
to
like-
wrestling every Sunday. You know what I mean?
Which, yeah, that's fair. Like,
You were talking about XTC. Man, fuck. I don't want to say it because of the fact that these three will paint me as a traitor, but
You are.
it was
fucking what they call him?
We were doing season 3. We went over there for season 3,
okay.
and because I remember I met you when you were hanging out with Onyx.
Yep.
At the time, you filmed mine and Onyx's match
Yep.
at Heatwave. I was already over there before these three showed up, and then because I won the primetime title.
Yep, out there for
The
that.
third one to win it. And then I dropped it to Onyx, went back to SWAT Zone because he messaged me.
So it died. Yeah.
Yeah, he messaged me one day saying SWAT Zone's dying. We're going to XTCW. Can you come back to work? Like these particular shows. And it was his birthday show and then 2 others where I wrestled him. I got to finish what I started. I wrestled him.
Okay, Cody.
I wrestled him,
Got to
Darren.
finish the story.
Who did I wrestle the last 3? Chaz, you, and Darren.
I don't give a shit and I don't
And then it
know.
died.
Anyway, because SWAT died. And the reason why SWAT died is because I don't know if you remember when they were in
We all
Randy's
followed.
when they were in Randy's brother's yard, that real small yard.
Sean's?
Yeah.
We had a big fucking super show with the other backyard wrestlers where Ben Riley and Aaron came from,
good old
and all those
Potter.
guys.
Potter.
Came from there. We had a big super show with them in that yard, and I had so much fucking fun. And I was, I told her,
Huck,
me and Tim were going, me and Big T, we were going around like, yo, what's up? Like, you trying to wrestle regular? What's good? Like, we were trying to recruit them for SWAT.
Yeah.
And we knew that there was no way that it was going to work out without the fucking ring. So me and Tim got to talking. We're like, we might as well just take advantage, bro. Like, it's the same. We lived right in Tonawanda. All we got to do is go right over the fucking bridge, which is 12-minute ride, and you're already there. Because they were in Grand Island where they were setting up the ring. And
That was the first warehouse.
After that super show, that was the first warehouse. They were setting up in Grand Island. We're like, bro, fuck this. We're gonna go there. We're gonna
signing
take
with them,
advantage.
yeah.
And it worked out for the benefit of a lot of us because not to toot our own horn, but that season that we came in, you guys were talking about the season that never got aired.
Yep.
That was a
last
good
time
season.
with Selfish Generation. It was a really good season. A lot of the SWAT guys, they put titles on all of us. I
That's
was
true.
a world champion that they never got to see. Luke was a fucking no limits champion that they never got to see.
I think.
Torrance
Did I win the
was,
tag titles
Torrance
with
was a
Onyx?
tag team champion that they never
No,
got to
season
see.
5.
Okay,
I got to
okay,
hold
that was
Okay,
different
we're getting
season.
there.
Darren got to win the tag titles with
Like
Grimes. They never
4
got to
times
see.
that
But
season?
it's it was just so much had happened because you got to talk about it a little bit. Well, NISAC, we got reported on that we were selling tickets and selling merch and all this shit, but really it was just a friend that was just making stuff for all of us, and we were paying him for it because work gets done for free. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So we wanted merch.
Let's say that for
And it was our. We took it serious. We took it official, and we had a lot of nice wrestlers, as you would call it, and a lot of them did go pro, and that's why XTCW ended up dying.
Fortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Luke, how'd you get involved?
You guys really know the story. Well, at least Jeff does. So around the time we were at SWAZone, we had a guy there to help us out. I don't know if you remember Mad Dog.
Yeah.
Well,
You gonna tell this story?
Yeah.
well, he was there.
You don't want no names then.
He was there. That's the only name I'm throwing out there. He was there helping us out, and like he wanted to just have fun, and like we were all there, and one day some shit came up missing. A couple of the guys there were trying to throw out names that I was the one who was stealing shit. And I just got so sick of it that I was ready to quit wrestling altogether, and like It was
an accumulation of everything. That Super Show being accused of stealing when, you know what I mean, everything. All that. It was an accumulation of everything. We're just like, fuck this.
I was working a shift at Texas Roadhouse one night. I was out back smoking a cigarette, and like I get a message from Jeff, and he's like, "Yo, you want to jump ship to XTCW?" I'm like, at this point, yeah, fuck those guys who shall not be named. But so we started going to Sean's yard to do those super shows, and right around the time season 4 came around, we were there, and the whole NISAC shit and so on and so
Oh,
forth.
Luke won the tag titles.
I
with
forgot
freaking
about
Kenny.
that.
I
It
won
was,
the tag
supposed
titles
to,
with
it was
Kenny.
supposed to be Mickey and Kenny because they wanted to build the 2 youngest guys in XTCW winning the tag titles. But his motherfucker stopped coming around because he was so diehard SWAT. And
No. At that point,
Kenny stopped coming around for whatever reason. And
Nah,
they
because
put
at
the
that
title on
point, I
fucking-
was just telling him like, yo, give me a
Alex,
storyline and I'll keep coming around.
That storyline with me and Kenny was Benny's idea, by the way.
Just like Don Pound was mine and Benny's idea. Well, it was Benny's idea mainly. But
Okay. Well, speaking of, you guys have been in a bunch of tag teams. So,
Yep.
what have been some of your guys' best tag teams?
Well, right off the fly, you already know right here, the Cleaners. That all started off some funny bullshit where I don't even remember FWE. It was called FWE. We worked a super show with them. Darren and I won't even say the other dude's name. They won the tag titles, which they were foamed. Do you remember the big the big belts, the tag belts?
It was a
the tag belts, yeah, the
the
WWE
tag belts
tag
looked like
belts,
copper. They were the foam title. The toy
Okay, I
belts.
don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
the pennies.
They won
Penny
those.
belts.
They won those belts, and we asked, can I, can I change champions? Can I make title ranges? And they're like, yeah, as long as it gets back to the original champions and whatever. Well, long story short, we did a show where me and Luke won the tag titles at a SWAT show at the very first match, and then later on in the night, we dropped them back to the original champions. But that's how the Cleaner started, because we were both wearing Bullet Club Kenny Omega shirts that were designed like the Cleaner and the Terminator one that he had. So
Yeah, I know
what do we call ourselves? Because we want to keep doing tag shit, so we just called ourselves the Cleaners, and it stuck.
Just as easy as that.
That was one of the better, because that followed us into XTCW. We won how many 3-4 tag titles in XTCW?
At least.
You
Oh,
won
a
at
lot.
least maybe 4 or 5. I won maybe 3 or 4. But I also did for a long time in SWAT. I did 7 years with Torrance. We called ourselves 7 years because at the time
We
we were
friends for
wrestling
7 years.
we were wrestling for friends for 7 years, and it took us so long to. It took us so long for people to take notice to us, and we were finally getting our names out there with the whole base fed and SWAT and all that shit. So
We
those are the
wrestled-
2 most notable things that I've done. Oh, and obviously the Unwanted. So
We wrestled Real Club on one of those shows as well.
yeah,
On the SWAT show.
you turned on me.
My bad.
My bad.
It was good. If you, the
Well, are you
videos
not
aren't up
talking
no more,
about
but it
the
was a
other
good
big
show.
one, or are we just gonna, you know what I mean?
What?
What about the other big one?
What's the other big
The
one?
Lost Boys.
No.
What's the other big one?
What's the other big one?
The Best Friends.
Best of friends.
Oh,
You and Darren, dude.
Wow. All right. Yeah, well, it's because he's, I like to make jokes
I just
and
wasn't
say,
sure if
I
he
like
was
to
gonna
make
talk
jokes and
about
say
it or
he's too popular for me.
He
Now,
loves
whatever.
you.
He knows
He
I
loves
love him.
you.
He
He
knows I
loves
love him. It's all love. I talk to the dude every fucking day. Darren Crow, go check him out. He's part of Edge of Hope right now, and every fucking Western New York Fed that
He's
there's
doing
part
his
of right
thing.
now. Doing
He's
his
doing
thing,
his thing
killing it.
big time.
Love the kid. Anyway, I was in a tag team with him. That started in SWAT as just some bullshit. Because we looked at ourselves as, at the time, they were doing Best Friends with Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens.
Yep.
And we were just biting off of that heavy, and we just worked so well together, doing the funny shit with our promos, all that shit. And he ended up turning on me. That worked its way into SWA, and we got to do a crazy rivalry like that. And the very end of SWA, we teased that we were going to, because the beginning of SWA, we broke up. The very end of SWA, we were teasing that we were going to get back together as best friends. We got together with Torrance as the Lost Boys.
Yep.
And that carried over to XTCW. We only ever did like maybe 1 or 2 3-man tag matches as Lost Boys or 6-man tag matches.
Yep.
Me and Darren never got to do any fucking tag shit as best friends. Because they were so, listen, I don't care what they say to this day. I truly believe XTCW was scared that me and Darren were going to rip up the fucking tag division because we were so good. I don't care what anybody says. They never.
Probably were going to.
I wanted matches
about?
with Real Club. I wanted matches with SG. I wanted matches with all the tag teams. And me and Darren were just. They would never put us in tag matches. They would put us against each other. They would put us in 6-man tag matches. They would put me at ringside or ringside with each other. Never in a fucking tag match.
You also tagged with Tim too.
And I did tag with Tim, but back to the whole best friends thing. Where best friends really took off, it's best fucking friends. I gotta say. WCW Warzone Wrestling in Amsterdam. We started as the homie Javi's, I guess, his heavy hitters, his security, the guys that would take the heat when he would get beat up.
I got the magnet on my fridge.
And the one day,
lighter in my room.
The one day we got sick of how Javi was treating us. So, actually, we were actually in a tag team match for the tag titles.
Yeah.
And Javi turned on us mid-match, and it backfired on him after he turned on us, and we ended up winning the tag team titles anyways. And we were fucking over like shit over there because for whatever reason, they're backyard wrestling. They had like fucking 50 people every time packed into a yard watching this show.
Absolutely, like,
And
oh my god,
it was
crazy.
They put the tag titles on us, and we had to dedicate ourselves for like a whole summer of 2021, from like probably like April all the way until October or maybe November. October because that's when they had their show. So from April to October, we were there every single month defending the tag titles, doing shows, just straight killing it. We had one of my favorite matches that I had was I don't know if you ever heard of backyard wrestling legend.
Corey Diamond?
No. Well, Corey Diamond, I did wrestle, but the tag team match I had with Big Don, I can't remember his.
Marcus
Senafante.
And Sick Rick.
Kind of who that is.
He, if you look up the GBYW1 big old school
He's a big
thing,
he's a big dude.
He's inspired by Big Van Vader. He calls himself
Van Valley
right now
over in SWO.
But I got to work a tag team match with him, and that was probably one of the best matches I've ever worked because me and Darren ended up retaining. I blew out my knee, and I still was able to fucking work that match and do everything I could do, and it still turned out to be one of the better matches I've ever worked. It's one of the better tag team matches. Tag team matches are not, tag team matches are not easy to do. Timing's got to be right.
Yeah.
You got to know your cue. You got to know when to take over. Everything's got to be spot on, or else it's going to look like absolute shit. And I'm a big stickler for that stuff. I love tag team matches. I want it to be flawless. And he knows too. When I worked that tag team match with him at home, I wanted that shit. When we worked, it was him and Hunter versus me and Grimes. I wanted that to be flawless. Know your cues, know what to do.
In my opinion, the best tag team match at home so far.
Yeah,
absolutely.
for sure. I love tag team matches. I want it to be exactly. Know when the heat stops, know when to get a little mini comeback, know when the falsie is, know when the finish is. I like to know all my shit. So
for tag team matches, for me wise, one of the best ones I worked with was, honestly, I'm gonna say either me and Jeff for 7 years or me and Onyx as Dog Pound when we won the tag titles in that ladder match.
Yeah.
With, I believe you were in the tag title match with CJ.
Yeah,
and then
it
was me and Onyx versus Murder Switch.
We don't talk about Murder Switch.
Versus Omen Society. When Onyx and I won the tag titles right before COVID. Right before lockdown, we won the tag titles.
Right before the Cleaners got back together.
By the way, Murder Switch also Benny's idea.
Yeah.
I was pushing hard for the Cleaners to get back together.
But yeah,
I was sick of doing singles.
when we won the tag titles, then when apparently I had to turn on Onyx to join up with someone who we're not going to mention on this podcast, and then got back with Onyx, did a tag team fatal 4-way with these two degenerates and Real Club. It's a fun time doing Dog Pound, but then things turned to crap because Onyx decided to take a sabbatical, and that's when I lost the tag titles to Real Club.
Yep, that's true.
I had a team with him.
I remember that. This was right before COVID.
No, that was after
No,
COVID.
it was way after COVID.
Oh,
Yeah, I was there for that.
Showcase. It was after Showcase. The show after Showcase, I had to defend the tag titles.
Yeah. Okay, then that was during COVID. was still 2020. We were all still kind of locked down, not supposed to do social gatherings.
Not
We didn't
supposed
listen.
to.
There was,
Yeah,
there was like 100 people packed in that building for showcase. We didn't listen.
Oops. Anyway,
And it was hot as shit.
you didn't really do tag.
yeah, you haven't really done
Stuff.
that,
I
like
was about
faction
to say,
stuff.
as far as tags, the Buffalo Unwanted is my first real faction.
Yeah.
And we've only ever done one match together.
And
it was-
funny thing about that match, you want to
Fortnite team
know
was four of
about
us.
like, I don't really have a favorite because I haven't been in.
Yeah, unfortunately,
tag
I've been in a lot of
matches.
tag team stuff.
So
Because you've always
my most
lost so much.
memorable one is what was it? 4v4,
Yeah.
8-man tag, and
I'm surprised you
RWA.
fucking remember it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you remember it.
It was the Buffalo Unwanted versus Tiger Smith, Tiger Jr., Stefan Havoc, and Aaron
Flood.
Flood. And let's just say I was the final one to get eliminated, but it did not come without injury. I
Again,
was
surprised he
very
remembers.
concussed.
Oh yeah, but I know about
Very
this one.
concussed. Tiger Smith hit me with a German. Was it a German or
Yeah, it
belly?
was a
no,
German.
it was
a
a
fucking
German.
Back to belly German.
Belly,
suplex.
yeah.
It was a German
It
suplex.
landed straight on my neck, folded like a lawn chair, knees clacked my head, all that, bro. I finished the match, as a professional show.
Probably
Yeah,
was
like,
very
what?
dehydrated. Yeah.
No.
Onyx drove us.
No. That's what they always say, like, oh, you were dehydrated.
To go
I
to
chugged
GC,
so
I
much
believe.
water that
And he
day.
puked it up.
And it was nothing
I chugged
left.
so much
We
water
pulled
that
away
day.
from the fucking. We pulled away from the yard. Not even.
We hit
not
a
even
corner.
60 feet. He said, "Pull over. I'm gonna puke." Onyx said, "You're what?" He said, "Pull over. I'm gonna puke." And Onyx didn't even get to pull over all the way. He opened the door and went, "Wah!" He's like, "I think I'm good." Onyx is like,
The
"Are you
first
sure?"
time. The
We
first
went
one.
around the other corner. He said, "Pull over." Onyx pulled over again, puked again. We're like, "Oh yeah, dude, we got to get you like
We
some
went to
sort
a
of
CV
pills,
I think
some
it was
sort
a
of
CVS we went
or
to.
Rite Aid." But
It was a CVS.
Onyx, was smart guy. Onyx doing his thing. Looked up. We're not supposed to give him any sort of medication while he's like that because it'll cause his brain to swell. Whatever.
Yeah.
He's literally just got to drink water and not sleep it
Thug it
off,
out.
but rest it off, like thug it out type shit, and keep himself hydrated. And we're like, well, what if you get worse? We should take you to the hospital. He's like, no, fuck this, guys. Go do what you think. Because our tradition after wrestling a show in Rochester is going to Golden Corral and fucking eating like kings. This dude didn't even want to go in with us because he was so fucked up. So he sat in the car with the windows cracked.
He sat
so
in the
you're not supposed to nap with a fucking
Yeah, you're not
concussion.
supposed to.
This dude took a whole half-hour nap while we were eating.
Dude, not a nap. I was fully slumped.
Did I get it?
He wakes up and
He
I
messaged
had-
me.
He messaged all of us individually, and said, "Bring me some cornbread." So we all got 2 pieces of
all I was
cornbread,
thinking about.
wrapped it up in
all
one big ass
things.
fucking thing of fucking napkins or paper towels, and brought it out to him. And
my
he ate it
God.
all before we even fucking made it back on the road. He's like, "That was good as fuck. That was good as fuck." Oh, and he also puked inside Onyx's little fucking garbage can that he keeps in his car.
had a little
He told him, he's like, "You could keep that, by the way."
I definitely should have went to the hospital.
Maybe
But
you
it
really
was
got
not
checked
too.
out. Yeah.
It was nothing. What are they gonna do? Stay hydrated, put me in a room. I don't got
Put you
time
on
for
IV,
that.
keep
I don't
you
have
hydrated,
money
that's
for
all
that.
you can
And then charge you $500.
Go eat some Golden
Sure.
Corral.
Sure.
I'll be
Scan your
okay.
brain a little bit with a CT, maybe.
Nah.
Why have all things
a little bit of
cornbread?
a little bit of CTE ain't never hurt nobody.
Yeah, now
hurt
in your
nobody.
40s it will.
Why have all things cornbread?
I mean,
they
listen.
have bomb cornbread.
you
Yeah,
had-
they
have you had
yeah, they
Golden
had
Corral
cornbread, but
Come
like,
with
why
us, you
have
be
all
part of
that?
it.
Golden,
You can be
Golden
with us.
Corral cornbread got actual pieces of corn in it. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I've
But
had it
that
before.
shit is so bust down. Yo, I'm looking at your viewers. Golden Corral cornbread is the best fucking cornbread you'll ever have.
On life.
No
I'm a
BS.
mama.
Facts. No bullshit. Next question.
Next question. Let me look. All right.
Take charge.
No, I was telling him next question. 'cause, like,
Shut up.
All right. Yeah, you guys kind of throw it. But what are your guys' favorite matches or opponents you guys had? Well, and opponents.
I want to take first on this one.
Go ahead.
Go.
You last. I'm going to talk forever.
I have 2 favorite matches and a favorite opponent. I mean, I guess it'd be Jeff. Would be my favorite opponent, Jeff. Or I liked working with Tiger Kid. I'm not gonna lie, I liked working with Tiger Kid. He could work. Good. That kid could work, and he's actually going pro. Good for him.
Absolutely.
But as far as my favorite matches, my first favorite match of all time was Balls to the Walls 2, which are Swaz like WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And I wrestled Darren
at the time. Was he going as Venom or was he
No,
just
he was
Darren
Darren
Crow?
No, he was Venom.
Oh, he was Venom?
I thought it was Darren
No, he
Crow.
wasn't. Not yet. Not yet. He didn't
Yeah,
go
he was
Darren
going
Crow
as
until
Venom. He was going as Venom at the time. And at the time,
That is right.
there was this, like Jeff mentioned earlier, there was this thing called the GBYN. Well, there was also this thing called the GBXN. Or was it? How do you
It
pronounce
was
it?
a GBXN.
Yeah, the GBXN.
Wrestling
And
exhibition.
that was just like
Exhibition.
another version. It was just like the multiple
Small. They
backyard.
tried to rip it and
multiple
copy it.
multiple backyard
New
feds
school.
mushed into one. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Darren was our hardcore champion at the time, so I wrestled him for the hardcore title, and that was the first. I want to say big time match I had.
Match was disgusting.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I got drowned in a sprinkler.
Got
It was
drowned.
disgusting. Like it was attempted murder in the match. I don't know how he talks about how he got concussed with a suplex from fucking Tiger Smith because he took a suplex on the fucking ground in that match by Darren.
My first big like move cell was in that match. Darren hit me with what's that shit?
The Rainmaker.
The Rainmaker, and I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
But I almost do a whole complete fucking backflip.
On the
you know what I
ground.
mean?
You sold
Sold
for
the
that.
shit out of it. You know what I mean? That was the first real like, all right, you know what I mean? That was my first real big like I fucking like that match. And my second one would have to be don't do this.
Don't do this.
Don't ever do this.
Good PSA.
But I was on shrooms.
Kids,
And it
stay
was-
in school. Stay
I
in
wrestled
school,
Jeff.
don't do drugs.
And
Who was also on shrooms.
don't ever do this. Stay away from drugs. I'm not
I
saying they're a
can't tell you
good
not
thing.
to.
They're a
You
very
live
bad
your own
thing that
life.
fuck up
you
your
live
brain.
your own life. Just know, I know why Scott Hall was so fucked up all the time when he wrestled. It's fucking great.
You're an ass.
You're
That
gonna,
match.
Continue.
you're gonna
that-
lose this kid his podcast privileges.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not. I'm being real. You know, I'm being honest here. That match was it was just so fluent. You know what I mean? We didn't discuss shit. It was just so fluent. Just boom, boom. This move led to that one. Boom, boom, boom. It was just so in my mind the most
put the
technical
puzzle
match I've
Y'all
had
doing
to
it on the
date.
fly.
Yeah.
So those, when it comes to mine, those are my favorite two matches.
Okay. You guys. But you, Luke, what you go in the circle?
As far as favorite opponents go, I have like three. Probably at the top of the list, I'd have to say is Jeff Shock. Like it's
So appreciated
it's
here.
true. Like as good of tag partners we are, we're like even much more better rivals.
And we just wrestled recently.
Actually,
It
yeah.
was still good. We didn't talk about shit 'cause we were drunk. See what my problem is? I got a problem.
St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day, yeah.
Number two, I would say Darren Crow. Anytime I worked a match with him, it was fluent like water. Like
That's a good one too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Darren and Jeff were like definitely the two that like bring out my best matches, and they also played a big part in like making me who I am as far as wrestling goes, because they were both my mentors.
Yep.
And then Grimes would have to be number three because he's the monster rival that he's like the final boss.
The final boss.
He really is.
He
Especially
should
at
have
home right
Nick
now.
Screw you, Dwayne Johnson. Favorite matches, honestly, probably one of my all-time favorites would have to be Showcase for the Triple Threat Dog Collar match. It was my
idea.
It was my first showcase working for XTCW. I got to work two of my favorite people to work with. It was the first time a Triple Threat Dog Collar match was ever done, so I got to throw that under my belt.
Was that the Grand Island one? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And it was my first major defense with the No Limits title, where I ended up going over, and it was a really big moment for me.
Nobody saw that showcase unless you were there, and it took them forever to put that showcase on YouTube.
Yeah, but I think it's online
Yeah,
now.
seriously.
I think everything's online now. I think they
Now
just
it is,
re-upload
yeah.
it.
Is it? Okay.
Just about, yeah, except for that last season.
Exactly.
Another good match that I like is was the Last Man Standing match Blanksgiving or
Yeah, that was one.
Halloween Havoc?
It was one of those where we had our nice.
Which one?
I think it was.
Halloween Havoc.
Oh yeah, Halloween. Cause I
Halloween
went
Last
title.
Wednesday.
Like, you know,
Was
I'm
that
going
last
to
Wednesday?
You and I were booked. You and I were booked in that.
Yo,
six-way.
the XTCW had a
It was
it
was Halloween
Halloween
Hysteria.
It was
Hysteria.
Halloween
Yeah,
Hysteria.
that was
Halloween
Hysteria.
Hysteria. It was a
I
combo.
remember-
Copyrights here. Come on, folks.
I remember that one because
WWE
me and him
didn't
we
see
were booked
this.
in that on that show too.
But
That was when
yeah,
I just came back.
Yeah.
it was No, the last man standing was
Halloween.
That's
that was
fair,
when
yeah, that's
Hunter
right.
came out to help him.
No, that was Blanksgiving. Halloween Hysteria was the Falls Count Anywhere.
Yeah, false. Yeah, it was a false count anywhere. Yeah, where I give you the package pile driver on the concrete.
Oh yeah, that is.
Moving the pads.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, the last man standing match at Blanksgiving Massacre. Favorite spot of that match, as even though it hurt like a motherfucker, the F5 on the pile of chairs.
It did look cool. It looked cool.
Yeah, used that spot like 4 times since then, bro. It's classic.
It's like it's that one of those go-to spots that's gonna hurt, but you're gonna get such a huge pop for it.
I feel like we asked you, like, hey, how did that feel? Like, oh, I'm fine. Completely
Pain.
fine.
No.
Just
It's
saying.
cool when it's happening, but after the fact, it hurts.
I bet it does.
Like anything I've done with the Cleaners and Omen Society, honestly, I don't remember a lot of it.
I don't remember a lot of it.
There's one instance that I know about.
You paint me like a bad guy here.
I'm not gonna bring it up. It's fine.
We were under the influence. We definitely were not sober.
We were definitely
no.
under the influence.
Not gonna name what you were under.
Grimes had me in a Cesaro swing, and the ceiling was spinning with me.
You want to go next, or?
No, go
It
ahead,
was
I've talked too
weird.
long.
Oh boy. Okay, one of my favorite like rivalries I've done was the one I did with, again, He Who Shall Not Be Named, who I did tag with, but then he joined up with the Blanks Mob, and then he turned on me. He was in the freaking mask. You know who I'm talking about?
No?
Mad Dog.
Oh.
When I did the feud with
Mad Dog.
Wait,
Like
wait,
fucking Baltimore or some shit.
wait, I think we already said his name for one. We have definitely said his name
or
already.
at the time, he was Gorilla Jones. When I feuded with him. My match with him,
the dog who
on
lived.
Christmas. my match with him on the Christmas show, when it was me versus him and Potter came out to save me, was a good time.
I didn't know you wrestled him 1v1.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I did
Torrance,
wrestle
he brought out
one.
a fucking monster in Torrance. I like people that make Torrance wrestle. Because we
Yeah,
all
I
Torrance,
wrestled him 1-on-1.
he's not supposed to bump, but I like people who make Torrance actually do shit.
Another one I liked was when I went back to SWAT. I wrestled Jeff when he was, I think it was the NY Territory
Some
Champion.
championship I made up.
The NY Freelance.
No,
when I actually hit the
Northeastern Freelance Championship.
Thank you. When I
Your
hit you, when
Mickey
I hit you
Vargas,
with
yours truly is the last
when I hit you
Northeastern
with that
Freelance
bead
champion.
up that bead towards the islands. When I hit you with that
yeah.
one. When I hit your when I was like, I think I hit my face.
Torrance, yeah, you know what a tour of the islands is? The
Jeff Cobb does
Jeff
that.
Cobb.
Yeah.
Torrance did that thing, and he fucking left his feet, and when he went down,
I
Torrance's whole
jumped
face
with
went, hubba, right in my fucking stomach. Torrance said, oh my jaw! Yeah, hit my fucking face or some shit like that, bro. It was hilarious.
Another one was the 2 ladder matches that I did. No, I did 3. Because I did the Yarder, they called it the Yarder, the big briefcase.
Yep.
When it was me, him, Darren, Iceman, McCoy, Iceman,
Larry.
Kenny Steen, and
Larry.
yeah, Larry. When I got freaking meeting in the middle of the face, I did not protect my face at all. I felt like
Meaning
I
a super kick.
got a concussion. And then the time where he F5'd me off a ladder. And
Oh, that was the one
No,
that showed
into
you.
the ladder.
into the ladder.
Into the ladder.
Oh,
The ladder
so-
was standing up, and I fucking yeeted Torrance right into that bitch.
And it felt like I almost the one when I almost felt like I snapped my ankle that show.
Oh, what that showcase?
That was a showcase.
Yeah,
That
okay.
was the very last showcase.
Okay.
And then there was one more. Anytime I got to feud with one of these 3 at XTCW was a fun time as well. Because they actually made me freaking work for it. Like, he did, Luke did too. And
never wrestled.
We never wrestled until home, but that was still a good match anyway. That was still a good match. And then, I gotta say, my match with you was actually good at Yardcade 1. The main event at Yardcade. That was actually a fun time too. So,
I would hope so.
That's still one of my favorite shows to this day, bro.
Yardcade is still one of my
for sure.
favorite
Because
shows.
the turnout of people just showing up, it was like an actual fucking like.
And the
GCW
friggin'
fucking
emotion at the end too, like I was not expecting to win that at all
One
from you
little
at
thing,
all.
I don't know if we should put it on the podcast, but I was thinking about for Yardcade 2, putting the main event on like second. So we got the main event, got the big crowd. You know what
The hell?
Just pre-record it.
I mean? Actually, it was looking a little.
It was looking more empty.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Also, we just
but
need
you
better-
also
we
think
need
about
better
it too.
lighting
The main
as
event
well.
was on at like what 11 o'clock, almost midnight.
Nah,
at the
the show
time.
ended like 9.
Yeah, it was 9. I don't think it was like getting
We
like,
wanted
yeah.
everybody to be gone by 8, but we were behind on time by like 9, so
Yeah.
Yeah. So
still a fun show.
Because everybody wanted to have half-hour matches.
freaking 1,000 views on YouTube and everything. Like
Yeah, they're good on YouTube.
I'm still proud of that show.
yeah. Hey, you're freaking casket match with Grimes.
Had a,
All right,
decent,
you're up.
had a decent feud with
Brooks.
Brooks in that show.
Yeah, you did.
Anyways, go ahead, Jeff.
You had a good feud with Riley.
What was the question again?
Favorite
Favorite matches
or
and
feuds?
opponents.
All right. Man.
You've had a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, I've had a lot. It's really. All right, so. Wow. That's a really tough question for me to answer because there's a lot that it's not even just I can't even say it. It's hard for me to answer of all time because within the last just year alone, probably 2 years, I've done so much. I've wrestled so many people. I've wrestled pros. I've wrestled former pros. Everything.
You've had bangers galore. Like
It's
last
crazy.
year or
There's
two.
it goes without saying. Everybody in this room, including yourself, all my favorite opponents. I can work all with you, and I'm gonna correct your English. It's not fluid. It's fluidly because it's like liquid. Liquid and water is fluid. So I can
Slow
do that
like water, my friend.
flow fluidly. The matches flow fluidly.
Oh, you're one of those guys, huh?
You're one of those guys.
Fluidly
Oh,
is
you're
how
one
you
of
speak.
those,
We speak
huh?
fluidly right now, but
You couldn't wait to correct me.
everybody in
waiting
this
to get on
room,
the mic,
it
that
goes without
scumbag.
saying, especially you. I don't even need to worry about working with you because you already have the fucking spots planned out for me. I just got to remember what to do and when to do it.
Yeah.
Facts.
But everyone else, it's just I don't even need to. We don't even need to talk. We just need to say a fucking word. Clothesline, Irish whip, reverse, anything, and we already know what the
We'd be
other's thinking
perfectly
type
fine,
shit.
dude.
And that's another reason why I like the fact that we're all in a group together because we know what each other's gonna think. We know how each other wrestles. You're definitely one of my favorite opponents, especially being at home. The way you fucking it's the when you started becoming one of my favorite people to wrestle was when we started doing the tag team matches, the cleaners versus I don't remember
The
what
Prophecy, I think it was?
Prophecy. There you go.
Yeah.
You guys buried us.
No,
Winning
that was-
3-0.
Whatever it was, whatever. They were still good tag matches.
They were.
One of my favorite matches still
Street fight.
the street fight.
Yeah, I love the
because
street
that was
fight.
fucking
That was
everywhere.
Was that the
Hell
one?
yeah.
Was that the one when you went through the table?
No, we didn't break the table.
I went to the table.
No one
Luke went to the table.
No one broke the
Luke-
table.
I went to the table. They powerbombed me through it off the fucking turnbuckles.
Oh, yeah, I
but
went to that one.
they- Luke,
You went through the other
yeah,
table.
yeah,
Yeah.
Luke didn't go through. Yeah, Luke tried going off the fucking big steel steps, and that didn't
Didn't
work.
work.
and
You
everything.
tried to splash. Didn't work.
Yeah, nah.
Oh, that was the
a fun
one where the
match.
table was like indestructible.
Yeah, just didn't
like, I
break.
am the table. Nope. First thing. Nope. Second
Is it
thing.
a real table?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was an
yeah, for
actual.
sure.
It was an actual
I believe
table.
it knocked.
That's
I'm
your
pretty
fucking
sure.
problem.
No. Before the show started, I'm pretty sure we like knocked the fucking frame
Yeah, you knocked
off.
the frames
we-
off.
just to
yeah,
make sure it would
soaked
break,
it.
and it didn't
It
fucking
just
break.
didn't break.
You're supposed to saw it a little bit.
That thing said,
Whatever.
"Yo,
The
Yeah,
table was probably as thick as this, honestly.
Yeah.
dude, that thing said I am the table and said no one's breaking."
We knocked the frame off and everything, but we knocked the frame off like a week in advance because we were preparing for the street fight.
Yo, let me get this straight. We go through tables not even just for wrestling. This is Bill's Mafia over here.
Damn right. All right, so let's
Yeah,
get back to it.
Yeah, I think we're talking about with Brooks and Hunter. That table lasted till like what, February?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Until I think what, Hunter
Yeah.
put you through it maybe?
I think
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was it. Yeah. That
Wear and tear
that
finally
belly
came in.
driver?
Yeah.
Where it
Yeah,
said,
that
screw
thing
it.
lasted.
And then,
I'm
so
like, we're breaking this table.
another favorite match of mine. I don't know how. I did really like. I just hope people see my shit because some of it's really good. I gotta throw his name out there, Corey Diamond. I wrestled him back in like April of 2021 for their season opener in WZW, and this dude, he's the reason why I hit so hard now because I don't feel bad for anybody after the way this dude beat the shit out of me, bro. We another match that I like is the last match we had when we had the ring set up in Keyball's yard.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for hitting you so hard. I was just really. I expect the same thing.
I mean, I
back.
got your back with
I
the
was
black
gonna say,
mask, so I
expect you to
feel
take
like
me
that
back.
was kind of.
But the reason why that's the reason why I fucking hit so hard is because of him. He asked me, we're going over the match. Okay, we're gonna do this, this, and this. What are you comfortable doing? I should not have said, oh, I'm comfortable doing Japanese style wrestling.
No, that was
I should
dumb.
never-
That was a
never-
terrible
never
idea.
fucking
You were
Why would you say
strong
that?
Style.
Because
No.
the match started off where me and Darren, because we were tag team, we were heels, so we jumped him. We threw him in the ring. I dove out and did a little bit of offense, throw him back in the ring. When I throw him back in the ring, I chopped him in the corner. He grabbed me, reverses it, throws me back in the corner. He fucking chopped me one time. Chop's all right. But then he goes to grab my head and fucking pulls me and forearms the shit out of me. He hit me so hard in the side of my head, instant fucking ringing in my ears. Instant. All that shit, dude.
Shit.
I knew I was concussed. Then he did it again. I felt my fucking... I didn't have gauges at the time. I had regular ear piercings. He's the reason why I have gauges. Because he ripped my fucking ear. He hit me so hard that my earring stuck into my fucking neck and got lodged into the side of my head.
Yep.
Bro, I thought I was... He claims to this day that I got him good back, like we were beating the shit out of each other. No, he beat the absolute shit out of me.
This man got a whole concussion from that match.
And I still finished.
And I remember, I think I was at home when you were doing
I had to
that
leave
match.
the show early. I didn't want to stick around, man.
And I get a message from Darren and said, "Oh, Jeff's concussed, by the way." I'm like, "Son of a bitch."
Just get touched.
The match ended up being... I don't remember much from it besides the
I think that's a
beginning.
problem.
I don't remember much from it. I know the ending was I hit at some point. I did the patented froggy bow.
Yeah.
It's his. If you know what Kurt Hennig's finisher is, the perfect plex.
Oh, yeah.
He
Perfect,
does.
yeah.
He does that. He does. But the way he did it to me, he fucking yeeted me and like turned it into a power bomb and slammed me down. And that was the end of it. 1, 2, 3. That was the finish right
I'll
there.
stay down from
I
that
was
as
like,
well.
bro, I was like, can you get me up? I'm a good 200 pounds. He's like, yeah, I got you. He just said, perfect driver. And he fucking, bam. I said, oh, shit. Yeah, it's over.
I'm staying out for that as well, yeah.
And yeah, that's to this day still probably I can't remember much from it, but it's one of my favorite matches because I know he's one of the better dudes they've ever produced in WCW. He's one of the nicest dudes I've ever met. But for him to turn into a fucking monster and fucking when the bell rings, it just tells a whole other story. And he's the reason why I do the whole. He's the reason why I kicked so hard with the chest kicks. I call them diamond kicks because they're named after Corey Diamond because he fucking kicked. Because I did the chest kicks to him at some point in the match. Everyone's telling me, yo, in the match, the crowd's like, yeah, that's a mistake. You don't want to do that. You're going to pay for it. It was his turn. Bro, he kicked me so hard, knocked the wind out of me, fucking bruised my chest, everything. Beat the shit out of me. And I should have never told him I was comfortable with Japanese-style wrestling. Ever. But hey, you live and you learn. So
And yeah, you
I'm
live
still
here
here
now.
You hated wrestling me one time. That was the time you felt like your sternum cracked.
Yeah, that was
Against
the
me.
Christmas show.
No, that was the show before I won the 716.
I think you were 716 champion,
Nope.
mate. You were defending
I
it
won
against me.
No, I won it before you.
Oh.
No, I won it after my match with you. I had to wrestle you Breeze that
The-
show.
I like to do a lot of high spots.
Yeah.
To start off, I like to keep people into it the whole time. Well, it started off where I run at Torrance. I threw a line and he ducked it. His finisher is a Saito suplex. I sold
People
the
hate that move,
shit
though.
out of that because
People hate when I do it.
like when
I'll
Mickey
say
was
that
talking
about
about when he got folded head over like heels over head type shit.
Safe when I do it.
It happened to me, and he crushed my sternum. I heard a crack, and it was so hard for me to breathe. And every time I went to breathe in deep, I would feel piercing right here in my fucking sternum.
be a pain.
I'm good. That was like 3 years ago, but I'm good now.
It sounds like that sucks.
We're all good now.
Well, did you said it that Corey Diamond inspired your style? What else had like inspired your styles in the ring?
Who inspired him?
Yeah,
My style. All right, so my heavy influence. I like Kevin Steen, Kevin Owens.
Yep.
He's the reason why I dress the way I dress with the cutoff sleeves, the shorts, and the kick pads. I don't really watch AEW anymore because fucking. I hope that nigga breaks his neck. Edge. Anyway, or Adam Cole, whatever you want to call him. I don't watch it because he's a traitor.
the traitor.
So, but I also really like Eddie Kingston. I like his style, very basic, very big man style. And Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's a very big influence on me with the fucking big man that can move like a cruiserweight. So those three guys have always been a big influence on me. And then obviously I grew up watching WWE, so I love fucking John Cena. So I got the 5 moves of doom and all that shit. So for a long time, I used to do the 5-knuckle shuffle, but I used to call it the suck it shuffle because instead of doing you can't see me, I used to do the cross chop, and then I hit the ropes and I dust my shoulder off and do the fucking, you know.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, you get the whole shebang.
Yeah, and I also used to do the attitude adjustment for the longest time, and then I switched it up to the F5. So there's
and also
that.
the super kick too.
Yeah, the super kick. Shawn Michaels is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, but as far as like current wrestlers, I like Joe. Kingston and Kevin Owens. So.
Okay, the big guys.
The big dudes, the big dudes that can move.
What you guys?
Luke?
For me, it was guys like, growing up, it was Jeff Hardy, Edge.
Not surprised about that one. Yeah.
Guys like Moxley, Jimmy Havoc, Darby Allin, like a lot of the hardcore high flyer
You're
types.
more like the deathmatch dude.
Yeah, absolutely. I loved that shit more than anything else. I used to watch CZW and all of that shit. Ring of Honor.
Good times.
That's right, discovered Samoa Joe.
And honestly,
And Kevin Steen too.
it was because of wrestling like that, like the hardcore wrestling, which makes me want to do more shit like that. I want to get out and find more of that. I want to take the dog collar match, which has been became my staple after that triple threat match. Like, that became my match.
You were in the
I
recent
want to take that match and put it on like a even bigger hardcore scale. Basically turn a whole death match out of it.
Like a UWF sort of thing?
That's
cool. Yeah.
I actually had that planned with Havoc last year, but that all got scrapped after everything.
Talk to that man.
Talk to the booker.
What's it gonna be? Pencil.
That's all.
No decision as of right now.
That's old school saying for Booker.
Anyway.
Right, what about you? What about your inspirations?
Let Torrance go first because he likes to talk a lot.
He likes to talk a lot.
Some of my inspirations nowadays are like Stan Hansen and Vader.
That's the old school one, right?
Yeah, I'm more like a old school, new school kind of guy. Eddie Kingston, like you said. Also, the Four Pillars of Heaven of All Japan.
Yeah.
I've been studying up on them and watching them and how they move in the ring and stuff like that. So that's why you see me doing like a lot of like wanting to do like a Western Lariat and wanting me to try other stuff and the Saito suplex as well. And like me changing up my finishers every once in a while because I hate doing the Superman punch and kind of want it to burn. So, yeah.
Got it. No more Superman.
No more Superman punch. Yeah, I'm not doing the Superman punch anymore, home. Don't even worry about it.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Eventually, it'll come back.
Once I'll forget a spot in that Superman punch.
Yeah, exactly. I'll forget a spot by accident and just hit you with a Superman punch out of nowhere. Don't even worry about it.
Torrance is the tribal chief of home.
No, I'm not.
All
No, I'm not. That's Key-Balls.
He's the tribal.
I'm not.
right, what about you? Who's your inspiration?
Torrance be like,
I don't really per se have inspiration. I mean, Mick Foley obviously is my favorite wrestler. I mean, if you want to say inspiration, I guess he'd be my inspiration. My gimmick name is Mickey Vargas. Named after Mick Foley is like a play off of his name, which is why that. So I guess you could say Mick Foley, but I'm really just like hey, I like this wrestler right here. I'm gonna not take a couple of moves. I'm gonna see what he does and play off of that.
Okay, yeah, like pick and choose.
Pick and choose. You know what I mean? I don't really have like a set style because I can't say I wrestle like Mick Foley because I don't. You know what I mean? I don't wrestle that hardcore stuff too often. I bump around quite often, so I mean he did that. But yeah, I don't really have like a set person that I got inspiration from. I just pick and choose, and what I like is what I like, and if I think I could do it, I'll do it. In like Tony said, I try throwing some more new moves, but yeah, I don't have no real set inspiration.
That's understandable. It's more still like make it like your own, basically.
Kinda,
like,
yeah.
And
Like
picking and choosing from each.
Yeah, I'm trying
still
to create my
one
own
person.
little style that within like home and everywhere that I travel. They'll be like, yeah, this is how he wrestles. You know what I mean? This is what to expect from Mickey Vargas to get in the ring. You know what I mean?
All right. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that one from like Mick Foley. So, you said that one of your favorites of all time?
The favorite.
Okay.
The favorite of all time. One of the earliest wrestlers I can remember, other than John Cena. Who the fuck didn't like John Cena growing up?
It's John Cena.
Other than John Cena, he is the number one that I can remember growing up. Like, yo, Mick Foley, Mankind, Meat Glove, like, On
Cactus
Go,
Jack.
Cactus Jack, all of those. You know, and I was just always a fan. And I wasn't even around when he was in his prime or doing his thing. It was just his aura, his just I don't know, he just interests me.
All I was going to say was thank God for the WWE Network because that's where all his matches were on and stuff like that.
Oh,
too,
yeah.
So.
But a lot of the WWE Network, it's all his watered down matches. You want to see the real Mick Foley, you got to go see.
Go watch his shit.
You got to watch his Japan stuff.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
sir.
gotta
go
tape
watch his
trade.
stuff
You
in
gotta tape
Japan.
trade those back.
You
in the
want
day,
some of
you
his
know?
best promos? They're gonna be in ECW.
Yep.
Like Mick Foley is more than just WWF.
But
he's more than Mankind. You know what I mean?
I know, but I'm just saying though, like if you wanted to watch like some of his old like Cactus Jack stuff, you gotta watch like FMW and all those like deathmatch promotions over in Japan and stuff like that, like exploding barbed wire death match and all that
Big
crap.
fucking crucifix with a barbed wire on it.
Yep.
Yeah, him and Terry Funk and
Him and Onita.
him and Leatherface in a death match over in Japan is actually one of his matches. Actually,
I kind of like this match with Onita. Like, Mick Foley's match with Atoshi Onita was pretty damn hardcore. Like, they were...
there's also rumors of him coming back.
Who?
No, Mick Foley.
Onita coming back too?
Death match.
Yeah, for a death match.
What?
I've heard of that.
I
don't know how
I heard
I
he
feel
got I heard Foley got a concussion, so that match might not. His last match might not happen.
Mick Foley should not be coming back for a death match.
Not for a death match.
No.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Tag match, maybe.
Yes,
Death
that's what
match,
made him
no.
famous, but he doesn't have to do that no more.
He's, How old is he now? Like 60? I think.
Hey Siri,
Around there.
how old is Mick Foley? 58. Yeah, you're old.
58.
Hey.
Well, when did you get into wrestling? Like, what do you do, like, start, like, prominently watching wrestling?
So this is gonna sound corny, but I genuinely don't know. I since birth, like my grandfather in Puerto Rico for Carlos Colon over in WWC was a referee for many years over in the 80s. So I was not, for lack of words, I was really born into it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I just grew up watching wrestling. I just from the moment I can like have memories, it's just been wrestling. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, when did you guys get into wrestling?
The earliest I can remember getting into wrestling was 4 years old. Wrestling was always on in my house because my grandfather watched it religiously. So for like a really good portion of my life, like every Monday, Friday, whatever nights, whenever wrestling was on, me and my grandfather would watch Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown. He didn't, like, all he watched was WWE until one night when I discovered TNA. And like I was like, oh, this is different wrestling. What is this?
For me, so one of my earliest memories for wrestling, oh man, what is it? It was either November 99, December 99, whenever Mick Foley won the WWF Championship for the first time against The Rock because of DX's interference and Stone Cold's interference. I was, oh man, probably 5 years old, 6 years old at the time, but it's one of my earliest memories I remember. I remember seeing that. The Rock has always been a big influence in my life because it's the fucking Rock.
Yeah.
The people's eyebrow, the fucking... If you smell The Rock's cooking. I've always been a fan of The Rock. But I didn't really get into wrestling until about like 2003, 2004 when...
I was being born.
Yeah, I didn't... Well, that's the thing. So I didn't know that Monday Night Raw and Thursday Night SmackDown at the time were separate entities. I just was all into Thursday Night SmackDown, Eddie Guerrero, John Cena, JBL when he was Bradshaw, Rob Van Dam, Rey Mysterio, all those guys. The SmackDown 6, they call him. Kurt Angle was a part of that. And then everyone at school was talking about like Triple H and Batista and all guys from Monday Night Raw. I'm like, I've never heard of this before. Who are these guys, bro? I've never heard of them. And so one night I turned on Monday Night Raw.
Number one is Evolution.
Yeah, exactly. Randy Orton, all these guys. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? All I know was Eddie Guerrero and Rob Van Dam and these guys. And they're like, no, you gotta know who these guys are. So I turned on Raw and it was like a whole different world for me. I discovered Kane and Edge and Lita and all of them, bro. It was a rap. And kind of like Luke's story about with his grandfather. I used to watch SmackDown when they moved to Friday nights with my grandfather because I would go hang out with my grandparents on the weekends. And once, I think it was like Saturday, my grandfather was many Saturdays in a row. He's telling me, oh, there's this other wrestling that Sting is on. I used to tell him, Sting don't wrestle no more. Whatever. I used to tell him, you don't know what you're talking about. One night, it was Saturday night at like 11 o'clock, late night, TNA had 1 hour on Spike TV. He put it on. He's like, yeah, see, look, there's Sting and Scott Steiner and Jeff Jarrett, and look, who's that, AJ Styles, and that's where I saw all those guys, and it was a rap from there. Yeah, Team 3D. I'm like, hold on. I was like, these guys were on SmackDown back in 2003. It's 2006, 2005. What? That's not the Dudleys. Why are they calling themselves Team 3D? Brother Ray and Brother Devon. What is this?
Because remember, WWE had the rights to the Dudley Boys, so they
as a kid, you don't know that. But
yeah, obviously.
I was like, this is awesome. This all, I love this shit. And I was telling all my friends, oh, you ever heard about the phenomenal AJ Styles? They're like, what are you talking about? Who's AJ Styles? I'm like, what? He's got the hood and he comes out like this and fucking does all that. You know what I mean? Yeah, all that shit. You know
the freaking waterwork pyro behind him.
Yeah, honestly, honestly, when I discovered TNA at that time, I thought it was a little bit cooler than WWE because it
Shark Boy.
Kinda
That's
like-
when I saw Shark Boy.
Shark Boy and Curry, man. But
Suicide.
it was different, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty dope. And then like I started seeing guys like fucking Sting, Booker T, Kevin
Hardy,
Nash,
Christopher Daniels.
Perk
Jeff
Angle.
Hardy, Christopher Daniels,
Homicide.
Guys who were in
Yeah, that's where I saw
Park
Jeff
Angle.
Hardy for the first time too, like 2004, 2005.
Oh yeah, Homicide.
I never saw Jeff Hardy in his early career. I always saw Jeff
Freaking
Hardy
Homicide
later
with
on.
the damn Gringo Killer and like.
Yeah, LAX.
Oh dude, yeah, LAX was dope.
AJ Styles and Daniels were
Wait.
the team. They was
Abyss.
AJ Styles and Tom.
Abyss.
I remember that. Yeah,
Christian Cage and
yeah,
Tonto
Christian
as
Cage.
well.
That's when I started watching TNA.
The
When Christian Cage was
but-
champion.
What they call themselves? The Christian Coalition?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Abyss.
Monty Brown.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Monty
the
Brown.
Pounce?
What, Super Alpha?
The Alpha Male.
Raven,
Alpha male, there we go.
even,
Yeah.
even
Even
Raven was there
was
for a
there.
little bit.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jack was there for a little bit.
TNA was
They did a
like,
whole- they-
Jack
know-
was there for like fucking 4 shows.
Dog, they did a whole TNA reunion back like in 2010, I think it was. They called it Hardcore Justice One Night Stand or
Yeah,
some
remember
shit.
that.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
It was a
Yeah.
whole ECW like
ECW tribute.
Yeah. For me wise, it was because am I the oldest one in this group? I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you're
was
the oldest, I'm the
watching
youngest.
the
24.
watching the Monday Night War. I was really into it when it was like the Monday Night War era.
Yeah.
When it was like
Don't you sound old.
WCW versus WWF, and like then WCW invaded WWF, and my dad and we were watching it, and he was like, he messaged me the one day, and he's like, "Yo, did you see WCW just invaded WWF?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be a really big thing," and then somehow it ends up failing because they couldn't get all the bigger names. Like they couldn't get Hogan and Nash.
Well, it's not that they couldn't get him; they didn't want to come.
No, they couldn't. No, they couldn't get him because AOL
Too
was had him
expensive.
guaranteed
Yeah,
contracts.
they'd rather take that downside guarantee
Yeah.
$1 million a year.
Yeah,
They didn't want to pay him.
they were gonna.
It's not that they didn't get it; they didn't want to.
If they wanted to pay him, they would have gotten like Goldberg and Sting and all these other guys. But I guess Vince McMahon didn't want to pay those contracts,
When you get that
so they ended
Well,
up.
no, Sting is
so they
different.
ended up
Sting
getting
just
like
didn't
they
fuck
ended up
with
getting
WWE.
like Booker T, Diamond Dallas Page, and Chris Canyon for cheap, and
Booker
Billy.
T was one of their biggest time,
Yeah,
the
Booker
biggest
T was
stars.
the biggest
Yeah,
signing
Booker
they
was
got.
big.
Yeah, true.
Hands down.
Then they got Billy Kidman, which ended up
He
being
got
one of my
fired.
favorite
He got-
cruiserweights
Hey,
He
at
got
that time.
fired.
Booker
Right?
T and Rey Mysterio didn't come until his AOL money. Right?
2003.
2002. 2002.
Oh,
He
yeah.
wrestled Kurt Angle SummerSlam.
He was on the
2002.
SmackDown. He was on the
Yeah.
That
SmackDown
was the opening
6.
match of SummerSlam 2002. It was
Yep,
one of my
there you
favorite
go.
matches
He
to this day.
was one of the SmackDown 6. I forgot about that. But yeah, it was like that around that time. I was never a Hogan guy.
That's
Never.
fair.
I was more between those two. I was more Macho Man. I was more Macho and Roddy Piper and all those guys were my favorites back then. Exactly, Macho Man and Piper and
What about you?
Okay, I got into wrestling in 2012 because obviously I'm the youngest one here, and like similar story to you guys, I had no idea what SmackDown was, so I only watched Raw. Like my friend had to introduce me to SmackDown. Like, wait, what's the SmackDown thing? Where does other
2012, I
champion?
feel-
Was
Man,
this
that
was
a terrible
this
time
were
for
you
wrestling.
introduced
Yeah,
to
it was.
Was
SmackDown?
CM Punk still champion?
Yes.
Well, hold
probably
on. Were you
champion.
introduced
Yeah.
to SmackDown like live
was-
or pre-recorded SmackDown?
It was still pre-recorded
Still
because it recorded on
pre-recorded?
Tuesday and Fridays.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually watching 2012 Raw right now.
Terrible. That was a terrible.
I'm actually.
I mean,
watching-
looking back at it, yeah, but obviously as a kid, like, ooh, who this
Yeah.
Kane guy?
Fuck
John
yeah.
Cena.
Who's Kane? Who's
Kane,
Undertaker?
the
Like,
big
what?
Yo,
giant
on my
monster.
life,
Yeah,
on my life,
exactly.
bro. When you were a kid at the time, bro, Zack Ryder and Kane, and what was that one bitch? That
Eve Torres.
Yo, fuck her, bro. Fuck her, bro. My feelings are still hurt from
You're
my man
watching
Zack.
Eve Torres fuck you to this
Fuck
day,
you,
bitch.
Eve Torres. Why you do my man Zack right there kissing John Cena right now? Fuck you, bitch.
Oh,
forgot about that.
that was the Embrace the
to the
Hate
heart.
storyline, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
That was just shots to the heart. That shit hurt
That
me
was
as a
the
kid. I was
storyline.
hurt, dude. I was
None
hurt.
of that.
You hated
I was
it?
so hurt.
That's just like AJ Lee, bro. That bitch wasn't shit either.
Oh, come on,
AJ Lee
bro.
is a homie hopper. That's all I'm saying
Or
about
from
that.
Kane to Cena to fucking Daniel
Bryan
Bryan to
to
CM Punk.
Yeah.
She married CM Punk. Is she supposed to be coming back soon or something?
No,
Something like
no.
that.
That's one
No.
thing.
Rumor-
No,
It's
she's
a
a,
big
she's a
tease.
commentator and booker down in
I think
either
WoW?
Shimmer or Wow. there
I
you
think,
go.
yeah, I think a WoW.
Women's
I think it's
wrestler,
WoW.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, Shimmer and WoW combined, so it's not just
That's
WoW,
the
I
new
think.
glow, huh?
Right.
I don't know. I think it's on. I think it's
a-
on
a
YouTube.
tough
If
for
I'm not
women.
wrong.
It's a spot for women.
Yeah.
Cool. I think Nikita Lyons was there for a while.
Athena wrestled there too. No, did she?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, Nikita Lyons was there before she was Nikita
You know
Lyons.
Hollywood Haley J? She wrestles there.
Yeah,
Does she?
Yep.
She wrestled for Nickel City.
she does.
But yeah, it took me a while to find like other wrestling. Like I found TNA. I think in 2014, my first match was. I reposted
Yeah,
it was Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles. I caught that one.
Banger.
Just a random match on
You probably
TNA.
started watching when Eric Young was their world champion because they were copying Daniel Bryan's fucking.
They were getting there. They were
remember
getting
that
to Young
story.
Oh, so
World
you were
Champion.
They were, yeah, they were.
They were getting
he
there.
He missed heel Jeff Hardy. He missed the heel Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, I missed that one.
Immortal.
Yeah, I missed that one.
Immortal.
Antichrist
Antichrist gimmick.
2011.
Oh, with that ugly ass belt.
Yep.
It definitely a weird belt. Definitely a weird one.
That belt was cool.
All right, let the man
There
talk.
for that.
It's his show. Let him.
But yeah, I got into TNA in 2014. Obviously, with the internet, I was like, all right, more wrestling here, more wrestling here, more wrestling here.
So you weren't watching TNA when it was on Spike.
I watched it for a little bit, and then obviously their Spike deal ran out. I'm like, oh, it's
Yeah.
not on TV anymore. All right, cool.
Oh, the
So-
dirt sheet. The friggin' when the internet had the dirt sheets and crap. Like
Yeah.
that. Go ahead.
So I watched a little bit of TNA, not like fully like immerse myself into it, but like, oh, cool, other wrestling. I'll just catch that. I think what on Thursdays, I think.
Yeah,
Thursdays,
yeah,
Wednesdays.
There's
Yeah.
this.
Cause SmackDown moved.
Cool. I got to.
Didn't they try to move to Wednesdays too?
No, they
I
tried to
don't-
move
every
to
night of the
no,
Friday,
they
Monday.
Yeah, I think they tried
to
every night.
Mondays to compete with WWE, kind of like a new Monday Night War thing.
June
Failed
4th,
miserably.
2010.
Yeah, that was
It the first
2010.
time- It was the first and only time TNA beat Monday Night Raw in the ratings because they had Hulk Hogan, they had Jeff Hardy, they had all these fucking classic names on that show.
Oh, yeah.
And then after that, TNA got wiped in the ratings.
Yep.
Wiped.
Yeah.
And they moved back to Thursdays.
You talk about that one, that freaking January.
All right, Charles,
show?
I'm talk.
January 4th, yeah.
It was getting
Yes,
caught
I had that era with Aces and Eights, them breaking up, the small rise of Mr. Kennedy, I think Chris Sabin was champion also with Velvet.
Yeah.
X Division champion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Turned on
No, a
Velvet.
world
Hail-
champion.
Hail
World
Sky.
champion.
Oh, when he won the world title.
Yeah, well, also the part of Velvet Sky as
Yeah,
well.
he turned on Velvet.
Bad decision for him.
So yeah, a lot of just random weird moments, but also like really good moments at least for me.
So you got to see Austin Aries as champion, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Austin Aries.
Bobby Lashley.
Jeff Hardy's
Yep. Bobby
redemption.
Roode.
Bobby Roode, yep.
Yep. Bobby
Jeff's
Lashley
redemption?
dominating.
Bobby Roode's run in 2011, 2012. was
Yeah, he
insane.
did.
Crazy.
Yeah, he did.
He was insane in 2011, 2012.
MVP coming up with the Wolves. What else?
Oh,
He
yeah.
with the Wolves, yeah.
They were
What
fucking,
else?
what were they? They were,
The American Wolves.
no,
No, they're
what
just the
MVP's
Wolves.
team that he fucking,
Did they
what
have
are
a
they
team?
called?
The Beatdown Clan.
Oh, Beatdown Clan. Yep, I was
BBC.
there for that as well.
Bobby Lashley, Kenny King.
Then
Samoa
obviously
Joe,
coming back up.
Homicide.
Yeah. Which I loved Joe's team at the time. Was it Nation of Violence, I think it's called?
Yeah, the Nation of
Freaking
Violence. That's one of my
low
favorite
key.
gimmicks he had.
Yeah.
My personal favorite, Decay.
Oh, I love Decay out.
Eli Drake was there too.
Yeah,
Before
but
he was LA Knight.
Dummy.
Yep, caught Eli Drake in there.
Yeah.
Dummy. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the freaking dummy button.
Yes. All right, let's see. What next question? Next question.
Dummy button.
Let's do. What move hurt the most? What move have you guys taken
I'll go
that hurt
first.
the most?
To me, like what to take? What
Yes, to
move?
take.
All right. So for me, there's a few. I don't know how many off the top of my head, but I'm gonna try and name a few. So number one to me, a move I hate taking the most, a fucking German suplex. I hate that one because you
fair?
never know how you're gonna land.
Yep.
I hate taking a choke slam because
Chokeslam.
either if you take it real well, that bump's gonna fucking hurt, or if you don't take it well, it's gonna look real shitty. And
Yeah,
I hate
Hunter said
taking
that one.
move. I hate taking a power bomb because I've taken quite a. He saw the power bomb I took at WZW, bro. It was like a Liger bomb. He sat down with it and everything, but he dropped me. Either he dropped me too early, or I went down before he started to drop me, and I fucking crunched my whole neck. And I bumped on my neck and then folded backwards, and I was laying there on my stomach, and like 4 different people who weren't even a part of the match. Hey, are you okay? Are you good? I said, yeah, I'm fine. My head just hurts.
Yeah, I'm fine.
And, those are probably top 3 that I hate taking. And
You took
then
one at Yardcade and you hated it.
another move that I hate taking, I like doing it for some. Well, it's not a move, just any bump on the apron. I hate doing it, but it's like
you do
my
it all the
thing.
time.
I was gonna say it's my thing. I love doing it, and that's probably got to be it.
What
And-
about the spike bumps that you do?
no, I like the spike bumps. I like doing all that. That's fun. I do it. I do it when I don't even have to. But
Those scare
yeah, the top 3 is definitely chokeslam, suplex, and powerbomb because those bumps are the absolute fucking worst. Especially if you bump too high on your neck, it's
for
it's
sure,
a wrap.
yeah.
You're getting concussed. You're folding yourself. Everything. So that's to me the worst moves to take. Go ahead, somebody else.
Yeah, I can agree on that choke slam thing. Wasteland, that one really sucked. The last time I took that move, came down really hard on my back, took all the fucking wind out of me. Couldn't breathe.
That was against Wyatt Keane, wasn't it?
Any move that anybody hates taking from me is my senton.
I hate it.
Because
You full send. You full send.
Your frog splash.
You fucking
I'll say yeah.
That frog splash from you definitely almost killed me. I'm pretty sure you cracked a rib or two.
Yeah, you're definitely one of the first ones to take the move. So sorry about that. Somewhat.
Go ahead, somebody else.
Good.
One of the most hated moves I hate taking is his F5. But he actually lifts me up off the ground.
I can take that
With the
F5 all day.
No, I'm talking about Luke. I'm talking about when he deadlifts me off the ground for the F5.
Yeah, well, learn how to bump.
When he does it.
You sandbag him, you piece of shit.
Your friggin' goddamn double stomps.
Sandbag him?
Hate him.
Yeah, he does.
No, I
Because
don't.
he can't jump.
I don't sandbag you at all.
I don't like when anybody
why
jumps.
you
I'm gonna
don't
fucking drop you if you jump.
About my double stomps, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
I'm sorry,
And my kicks.
There
I'm
was
always taking my kicks.
There was one more. No, your kicks freaking hurt like a bitch. There was one more that I didn't really like. Oh, the freaking bitch maker. The bitch maker from Darren.
I would never do. I would never
I
took that
hate
move.
that move.
I never took
It
that
was a
move.
No
move that
offense, Darren. I hate that
Shibata
move, and
technically
it
did it. It was called the
sucks.
bitch maker.
Yeah.
It's a warm up. It's the
same thing as the
ripcord.
Rainmaker, but he slaps the
Oh, yeah.
ever living dog shit out of somebody.
So yeah, the ripcord just slapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
called the bitch maker.
Ripcord
Shibata
slap,
used to
but
call it that.
Shibata goes like full wind up. And that's when Darren went when he did it to me the first time. He went full wind up and literally slapped the shit out of me.
No, I never took that move. Fuck that. Fucking smack my eardrum and make me deaf. Get the fuck out of here.
All right, what about you? What have been your move that hurt the most?
The most basic.
German.
Nah, the DDT.
Oh, yeah, simple. You can just crack your
The
dome.
DDT. I constantly get spiked right on the top of my head.
Same.
Constant. Because, they lock my head. You know, you're supposed to lock your head, but you're not supposed to fucking
Like
Yeah.
full.
lock
it
the
all
band.
the way through,
Right, you
yeah.
know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, half the time they're fucking, and they're fucking, boom. And I'm right on my head, and that shit hurts.
That's why I tell when someone does, I fucking
That shit
loosen
hurts.
up. Give me my head, dude. I need to
I
do
do
my
the
shit.
same thing. Yeah, like
But as
You
far
want me to
as
sell
like
the
that,
DDT?
that's
Don't front
about
face
it.
lock
I
me,
mean,
like-
that and this motherfucker sentons, bro. Cause
oh my god.
nah, cause listen, there's a way you're supposed to do it, bro. You're supposed to catch him with like your upper back. He don't fucking care.
He just full send. He just jumps
full
into
send
him.
Full
and
yeets
like
it.
just like puts all his weight into you.
Is that
Like he don't fucking care. So
is that why you
I
call
care.
me?
It's just all bigger than me. It's
that
gonna
why
hurt
you-
you. It's gonna hurt you way
It
less.
still hurts.
Is that why you call me a cushion all the damn time? Because whenever you hit me with
Trash
it,
man.
but yeah, I'd say those are the two most painful things.
Okay.
Yeah, that senton is a shoot, brother.
you don't listen to me. Boom. Game
Sent
over.
All right. Well, I'll say, what's your guys' dream matches or dream storylines you want to do? Whether it's in home or wherever you guys else want to wrestle.
I never really thought about that.
Dream. Well, I got to do a lot of things. Well, right now, currently in home, I don't want to give away too much, but we're starting. You know, there's the whole Grimes turning everybody type thing where he's starting his own faction.
Yep.
I don't want to give away too much, but the next what's going to happen is going to be pretty cool. And what I would like to happen down the line is because this tag team, this whole group thing, Grimes never wanted to do, but it's funny because he's about to have 4 people, including himself. So, but it's not going to last much past before Yardcade. So the next Yardcade, it'll already be done probably like a month before that. This whole group storyline. But the way I would like to do things, if it continues in progression, is not everyone turns on each other, but a certain few turn on each other, and a team ends up back together, and then. I would like for a nice tag team match at Yardcade because you know how I like tag team matches.
you
But
like your tag team matches.
I want to throw in little fun, like little. I don't do light tubes, but I'll throw in some weapons and maybe a couple tacks in the back. I don't fucking know. Get a little crazy with it, but I'd like to do something a little fun and throw my name into the hardcore hat for a little while, and then because everyone saw my match last year I had with Grimes.
Yep.
I gotta top that one more than ever. And
For sure.
So whether win or lose, I don't care. I just want it to be a good match. And as far as future opponents or dream opponents or matches, I don't really know. I got to wrestle, do a lot, especially in the last year. Going down to UWC and going to Rochester and going to WZW in the last few years, I've got to do a lot. I've got to wrestle a lot of people that I never thought I'd get to wrestle, a lot of pros I never thought I'd get to wrestle. People I've watched on YouTube growing up in like high school and shit like that I got to wrestle as I was in my 20s and getting older. I'm 30 now, so I really don't got much left to offer. I don't see myself doing this much past like the next 5 years. So
I was gonna say I got one that you haven't wrestled in my mind.
Divorced. Yeah, but that's never gonna happen. Matt DeMorris, I don't know if you know who that is. He's a really well-known backyard wrestler. He's probably even doing pro shit again. But
I think he is.
I've been trying to get a match with him for years, but that's well past my realm at this point. But everything I've done, everything I have done is things I've wanted to do, and at least except for this current storyline I'm part of. So right now I'm a heel or a bad guy, whatever you want to call it. Soon I'll be transitioning back into face, so that's where I fit best, I think, because I like when people like me. So that's about it.
People pleaser.
That's it for me.
All right, what about you?
As far as dream matches and dream opponents go, like
Even like dream storylines.
dream storylines, I mean, I kind of already did have a bit of a dream match. Like, it wasn't official or anything, but I did get to do like a training match with Anthony Gaines, and Anthony Gaines was one of my favorite wrestlers from ESW at the time, and I got to go over in that match, and like we put on a good fucking clinic, man, and he beat the shit out. His senton hurt worse than Jeff's.
That's where I get it from.
Where do you think he gets them
A
from?
little known fact. I started backyard wrestling with Anthony Gaines, and when he went pro, he's been trying to help me literally every step of the way. So I owe everything, especially in 2021 when all those guys came into XTCW, everything that I do today and everything I know, I owe it all to him. So when people ask me who trained me, who do I know my shit from, I say Anthony Gaines. So that's who I learned my shit from.
Back to what I was saying. Tiger Smith, he was another dude that I liked that I got to work with, and it was fun. Like I shit you not, I literally choked him out in our match. Like we did a hanging spot, and like I literally choked him out, and I didn't even know.
He broke my nose.
Re-broke it?
Yeah, whatever.
Storylines, I would like to work. I'm currently kind of working with the Legion at the moment. I would kind of like to stretch this out and
Spoiler alert.
maybe throw like a gauntlet match in there. Me going against the three of them. I know it sounds stupid, but like I think it could be fun, and like I could definitely pull a couple upsets in there before, I ultimately lose. Because let's face it, I'm not getting away with that clean.
No.
The shenanigans.
Yeah, that's like I don't really have any long-term like dream matches or opponents planned, or
Just want to have fun.
right. Exactly. I would like to wrestle whoever, whenever, wherever I can.
With me wise, I actually got to live my dream storyline last year. To be honest with you, winning the head of the household championship, even if it was from you or if it would have been from anybody in this room, I would have been happy with. But the fact that I got to main event Yardcade last year with you was a dream match in and of itself, because it's like gotten to see how you grew, like how Onyx said, watching you grow from a distance and then coming back and then being in the ring with you, those times that I got to be in the ring with you, it was a lot of fun. And honestly, if I had to pick a dream storyline to do to like be on Yardcade, is against Jeff, because Jeff and I, we've known each other for so long. It's like the story itself could write itself if you really think about it. Like Jeff and I, we've been around this for a long time, and we've known each other for a long time. So it's like me and him being on Yardcade against one another, I think would kind of be fun. Or me versus Mickey at Yardcade, or me versus Luke at Yardcade would be a lot of fun as well. Just because we've all been around each other for so long, the story would be able to write itself like a book, sort of thing. So that would be my dream storyline at home, pretty much.
All right. What about you, Mickey?
Well, dream storyline and dream matches, you said?
Yes, a little, both.
obviously the dream storyline would be main eventing the arcade and winning the head of the household championship.
Yep, world title match.
To me, that is the closest I'm gonna get to winning the XTCW. That I never won and never even held a title in XTCW.
Oh, that's right, you haven't.
Never held a title in XTCW. So
That's your bad.
So this would be like the closest I'm getting to that, to that accomplishment. Even though it is technically home, it's his own separate thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As far as dream opponents, you would be on there. We had a match.
Yeah, we had one match.
Very long ago, and in my opinion, I've come a long way.
Yeah, you definitely improved from
Wow, you
back
guys have
then.
really never wrestled since then?
No.
No.
We've
Yeah,
interacted like
fucking see.
a little bit. We
Yeah,
interacted in the Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah, but
just recently.
like a straight one-on-one would be. I feel
Yeah,
like
it'd be
Book
really
it, Nick
good.
DeLuca.
It'd be a good
So we're gonna book it,
Yeah. Fucking
book
what did
it.
landlord book it.
please.
You don't know of him yet, I should say, because hopefully you do come down to Rochester with us one day. Grayson Black.
Oh, yup.
He is another one I am looking forward to working with.
I did get this.
So did I. Freaking brain buster.
Like Jeff said, I also want to dabble a little bit in that hardcore. So
I don't want to, which is something I haven't done.
Why is it?
He just regretted it.
Not
Not at all.
Hang on though.
I'll
Hang on
be your
though.
Huckleberry.
Oh, this is why I don't
the
do
three
that.
guys at home would be
I love
Hunter,
that first.
Keyballs, or Luke. I'm down for either one.
Andrew Wyatt Geen, he also does that hardcore shit at the Key Balls Fight Club.
No,
Yeah.
I'm good with all that.
He's like,
Or
no.
let's not forget what happened last time he took a light too.
That's a fair point, yeah.
I'm straight with all that, bro. He's a caution.
To be fair, that was your guys' fault because y'all knocked the light out.
I mean, you
No,
did.
that was
You-
that was Wyatt's fault because Wyatt did the move to him and his hand did reach up and.
So I didn't want to fucking hit it. I was guarding myself.
But that's
thing.
But
But that's
yeah,
He was
also
saving himself.
But that's also Grimes' fault for taking it too far.
Yeah,
You
that,
didn't need to
that
hit him
was
with the light, too.
intrusive thoughts came true right there. For real.
Took over.
He did not need to hit him with the light tube, but he did. Sent that man to an emergency room.
It's fucked up because I was thinking it,
and now we're
but
down.
Grimes actually did it. I said, "Oh, he's gonna hit him,"
And now we're
and then
down
he hit
to
him. I said,
Grimes
"Oh, he
crazy.
hit him," and then I was like, "Oh, he's fucked up because the blood was just."
It just pouring
It
out.
It was so bad.
Like another dream match, not a dream match because it's gonna come true, but me and Ebreeze.
Okay.
You and Ebreeze?
Me and Ebreeze.
Yeah, he's really good.
We gotta run that.
I like to see you versus Tito.
Yeah.
I'd face Tito.
Yeah.
Me and Tito, we gotta run that.
You
too.
and Tito, you
But
versus
me and
Ebreeze.
Ebreeze, me and him gotta run that for sure.
That's for damn sure. Y'all have to.
I don't know about that one yet. Tito's a little too new for me.
You don't know. We working on him. We working on him.
You know, he's working, yeah, but
He's got to get more work
I'm not
in.
saying there's a problem with going over your match ahead of time or like knowing your spots ahead of time. You know how I like to work. I like to do a lot of shit on the fly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot
you
of
do.
shit.
That's how you really could tell if someone can wrestle or not, type shit. You know what I mean?
If they
Like,
could do it on the fly.
if they could do it on the fly,
Or if they
Absolutely.
can listen.
like
I
anyone,
feel that's
Just
right.
listen.
yeah.
Let me call it and you listen.
like
know?
anyone
Yeah.
could like.
Why do you think?
If you got good memory, anyone can have a good match if you can fucking just remember the spots.
I don't. That's why.
Typically,
that's why I
yeah.
like working with you because you fucking be telling me, all right, get ready to do this. All right, cool. I got to do that now. Step up, Instagram. Ah!
Yeah, that
That's
just take.
why, that's why I like working with you when we did our match.
Wow.
Yeah,
When we did our match, when you forgot half the stuff that.
That
I was drunk.
That
I know.
a lot of
You're
that
welcome.
4-way scramble we did was on the fly.
True. Yeah.
I was very aggravated in that 4-way scramble.
I hate multi.
I'm not breaking kayfabe here, but there was somebody in that scramble that was bumping a little too fucking much for my liking, and it was making me really upset.
Was it Andrew?
It was nobody.
I'm about to say it's like it was
No,
a
that's
4-way. Three of
was
us are
Andrew
right
for
here,
sure.
so
It was bumping a little too much
Like
for my
it was
liking.
already discussed between the three of us
He's
that
a monster.
we were
He shouldn't
taking
be
most of the
bumping that
bumps.
much.
We told him
Or
that.
I-
There's another
outside
big
or-
dude's knocking him down.
He was bumping a little too much
Yeah.
for my liking.
He'll learn. He's all right. That's why he's with the team.
yeah, I'll give him the pointers on
He'll
that.
be all right.
Plus, he can't hear
What
shit
would
in that
yours
fucking
be?
mask.
True.
Mine. Well, since I'm just a nerd, I have a bunch of like storylines that we can do this, and this. So just for in this
I like to
room.
see you run a fight.
I make up so many storylines in my head. It's not
Oh,
even
yeah.
funny.
So like at least for like right now, me and you, because I've name dropped you a bunch of promos like, hey, you're a mentor, you need proper guidance since Falcone is not here. So like a tag team with us just running it, and like me getting you to that world title, like personal trainer. I say like a personal trainer storyline.
Kind of like Gable and
Yes,
Zayn.
we need to get you to the world title, and we're gonna do that. And I'll go for the resident title and take that from Daniel. You didn't take that.
Fucking tricking Mello right there.
I can see them running that like for real.
Proposing a tag team or something right here.
Yeah, that was an idea I had.
Hey, hey landlord,
That sounds cool.
book that.
Other story I'm thinking, since you got in Legion, I've already had like problem with all three of the Legion. I'll just join that as like the can we coexist, me, you, and Keyballs against those three. So maybe like that type of storyline.
It's another interesting one.
Yeah. But I just have like a bunch of storylines just written down just in my mind. So
I like my gauntlet match idea, honestly. Like, I call Grimes down, I make a deal with the devil. Like, listen, I want a gauntlet match with the three of you. If I win, I get my best friend back. But if I lose, you can have me.
which that'd be a good fancy. And like for one, we need more faces because a lot there are too many.
There's
way too many.
Everybody wants to be a heel. I want to be a heel mostly because I've been a face the entire time I've been wrestling, and I am god sick of it.
That's the same with me. Like I've been a face the entire time, and it's like, I kind of want to go back now.
I really dislike the fact that everyone wants to be. Everyone wanted to become heel right when I started getting over as a heel. Right when I started getting over, now everyone wants to become heel.
Grimes have had worked out since like last June almost because we knew we wanted to do the match, but it literally just went with itself where it was okay. What if we kept feuding? Now, what if you not kill me, but you turn me? You make me bad. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm like, you're the devil, I'm the demon. I got to do your bidding type shit. And now what if we expand that? Now you got more than one demon. You got a whole legion. You can have everybody do the bidding for you. And then when it comes to calling the shots, you call the shots. It's Grimes' legion type shit. And like I said, he didn't want to do the whole group thing, or he didn't want to do any tag teams at all. But then him and we ran one of the best fucking tag team matches with him and Hunter. And so
that kind of changes mine.
Changed everything.
Yeah.
Here's the crazy part about mine. My heel turn wasn't even supposed to be my heel turn. It wasn't. It was supposed to be actually Punisher's heel turn. That's the funny. Yeah, Punisher was supposed to turn heel after Yardcade because of the fact that the revolting Punisher got over. So he kind of wanted to do a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde sort of thing. But then he told Randy no backstage, and Randy decided to give it to me the moment I lost when I lost the Head of the Household Championship.
First of all, let me
tirade. That's why I went on that whole tirade about calling Brooks a friggin' idiot for wearing a Tampa Bay shirt in Buffalo, and
that's not what you said.
No, that's not what you said. I was trying to clean it.
We're not going to repeat what you said, but that's not what you said.
I was trying to clean it up because I'm not going to repeat what I said. I already made the promise to JTA that I would not say it because of the fact of how his intro goes. I'm not saying it.
Hey, yo.
So, no.
Anyway.
All right, let me make you go. Let me make you go.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, what I was going to say, he had an opportunity to go heel before then.
Yeah, he did, and then they changed. But it was somebody who changed him back. They didn't want him to be.
No, he
Brooks.
changed it himself.
No,
bro.
I didn't.
Bro.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah.
No, it was Brooks.
He had this thing with Onyx.
Oh, that was all Brooks. That was all Brooks' idea.
That was Brooks?
Yeah, that was all Brooks'. Okay, the original thing was with the whole Onyx thing. I attacked him because we were setting up a match at Schools Out that year, and Brooks did not want me going
Brooks
heel
wasn't
at
there.
the time.
He was gone, and Torrance like fucked it up. Torrance
wasn't. Brooks was backstage running the show with Randy, and the original idea was I was not supposed to turn heel, but yes, me attacking Onyx was a thing to set up for Schools Out. Okay. Because they wanted me to bring out like a more aggressive side to me wise. So that's when like everything flipped itself because of the fact of I was never supposed to go heel. Like they wanted to keep me as a babyface in the promotion. And then when I beat you at Yardcade, when I was still a face and everything like that, when these three ran in the ring, I was still a good guy at that time. And then the moment I think someone in the crowd during a Keyball's promo, when they said F you Torrance and stuff like that, that's when it started slowly. Like it was the heel turn for me was a slow burn.
Started swearing.
Let me.
Then I started cussing up a storm.
Let me just say that he could say that he was working, but when that guy said "F you, Torrance," he definitely got like shoot mad.
Word.
He was shoot mad.
Oh
like,
my God, I
there's,
was
like he could try to play it off like, no, it was a work. Nah, he got shoot.
Was
mad.
I?
He was mad. He
I
was pissed.
was filming when
was pissed.
I was holding the camera when someone said "fuck you, Torrance." I physically was about to turn around and be like, "Okay, which one of y'all said that?" And then I think your voice said, "Wow, you got all of a sudden Torrance wins the world title, and you guys want to turn on him in a better
He
minutes."
immediately
Like,
turns
what?
that up. No hesitation.
Speaking of
That's what I'm saying.
world titles or whatever, getting back to your question, I kind of piggyback off what I said. Of course, who doesn't want to be the fucking world champion? I would like to be the world champion. I don't.
say it all the
I
time.
do.
Say it all
I
the time.
don't. I would like to be, but I don't because that's then I don't like to cut promo. I guess you'd have to cut promos. You're the whole face of the whole thing. Plus, I have a bittersweet fucking taste in my mouth with the whole XTCW thing. Me being champion, I never got my airtime there, and I feel like it's
The season that never
it's just
aired.
done and over
cool.
with. It's done and over with. It's you only had one shot to do it with me. I don't want to do it again. I don't want to. You know what I mean? Of course, I would like to be maybe Arcade 3. I don't know, but it's just I wouldn't say it's a responsibility I don't want to take, but it's just I don't want to put my I don't know. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy.
I didn't even get a run with the heavyweight title, dude.
We had 5 minutes.
I was literally a transitional champion for Showcase.
I never got.
And I got the showcase moment.
I never got to even sniff
Well,
near the
Darren
world
got the
title. What are
showcase
they
moment.
talking about?
I mean, I didn't either. I was all primetime division.
I held that once.
I'm not salty about it,
And then
Darren. I
there's
love you.
Lonely Mickey.
And then there's Mickey Vargas.
Mickey with nothing.
Yeah, titles. I was about to say I racked up primetime. I got my first one off of Onyx. Like the first month I was in XTCW. Then
Yeah.
3 months later I got the fucking world title. I was supposed to win the world title in XTCW at Showcase 5 against Max Cannon, but Max Cannon, not that it's a big deal, but he made the argument. Every showcase we've had, we've always crowned a new champion. Why can't a champion retain? I said, yeah, well, why don't we do that? So
Didn't you win it
and I
at
was
like
supposed
Halloween
to-
Hysteria?
I was supposed to win it the next month in that pay-per-view, but he stopped showing up. So Brooks ended up getting it, and me and Brooks worked a feud, and then I ended up
Halloween
that was
show.
August. I ended up getting it till almost after Halloween almost. So, and then I only held it for like maybe a month or two, and then I dropped it, and that nobody ever got to see these fucking phenomenal matches I was having, and it was pissing me off.
Are you talking like a
I
Google
said,
Drive?
Who did you lose?
Who?
Who did you lose to?
Go first.
Who did I lose to? I lost to Thomas Kennedy.
Oh, that is right.
That's when the whole
Screwed you
the
over
whole
sort of
Blanks mob
thing,
started
yeah.
forming, and they all turned on me.
That's it. Are they all on a Google Drive, or are they just gone?
Gone.
Oh, yeah, it's gone.
They were on I think some of the episodes were on a Google Drive, but then when the whole Nice Act thing happened, it completely cut us all off. Like we couldn't even be at that warehouse.
All this shit's gone. Because I tried asking both Archer and Grimes if I could see some matches from that, and one told me ask the other, and when I asked both of them, they're like, "Well, I don't know. I guess it's just gone." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, it's just gone.
Yeah.
They can't do nothing about it." I even
think-
asked you if you still had the triple threat match that me, you, and Darren did from Way the Fuck.
Yeah, unfortunately,
I figured
no.
because you record all your matches, you'd have it. Nah, I thought they would have it. He's like, "Nah,
I think
it's
it's-
gone."
No,
I was
they
like, "Bro,
just
what the
didn't-
fuck?"
They just didn't want to go through all of it.
Oh, that triple threat match was a great triple threat
It
match
was.
too.
It was a good
It was
triple
really
threat.
good. We beat the shit out of each other.
They did that I think with the pay-per-views they did like the whole Blackout series. Like Darren helped them with the Blackout
was
series
highlight
and most of
videos.
them. Yeah.
That was stupid.
Yep.
That was stupid.
It was because everybody got to pick a song for their own matches, and it was a fucking.
I never did. I never
I
got
never
to.
did.
I got to.
Lucky you. I never.
Well,
I never
Darren
got
was my
to.
best friend at the time.
Yep.
They're gonna start wrapping up because we're like an hour 40 in this.
That's good. This was the goal.
Yes, good talk. Definitely a great talk.
Damn right.
Well,
Fire off the last questions.
last question. Let's see.
Oh, one more question. Oh, even better.
Yeah. Let's go with. You got everything. We'll say it again. What do you want to get out of wrestling, or like why do you wrestle?
So I said earlier on, I don't ever see myself making a fucking living out of this. The job I work right now pays me handsomely, and I only have to work 4 days a fucking week.
That's fair.
Whatever the fuck, I know that's my bread and butter right there is what I do during the day. What I do for fun, this isn't a job. I don't even consider it getting paid off of it. Even if I did get paid off it, it's my fucking hobby.
Yeah.
I put more money into it than I get out of it. And even when I did my little pro stint for fucking a year in and out of random tag team matches, random battle royals, having to get thrown out and listen to people and get chopped to fucking shit, meat made out of my chest, everything, bro. The what I want to get out of it, because I don't ever see myself going pro. I don't ever making money, nothing like that. I said earlier, I want to be the best who never made it. I want to be the best. I want people to be like, yo, that shot guy, he could have made it with Darren and Tom and McCoy and all those guys. But they just, for lack of a better term, I didn't kiss enough ass. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You didn't kiss enough ass. That's why we're doing what we're doing, killing it where we're killing it. And that's exactly where I'm content doing it. I want to not prove a point, but I want to prove that I can do just as much in this wrestling thing and be just as good and be one of the better guys to never make it pro. That's what I want to get out of it.
Okay. Good goal. Yeah. What you?
Basically, the whole reason I wrestle really just stems from the love of wrestling I had with watching it every week with my grandfather. Like, for the first 21 years of my life, I was watching wrestling with him always. And then when he finally died of lung cancer, back in 2014, I was trying hard to find a place to wrestle and train me and shit. And I didn't find that place until I met Torrance and I started doing SWA with these guys. And then
Torrance needed a meal at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Fast forward all the way to the beginning of Home. I went and did the first show or two, and then I left to go do pro training with Nickel City, and then I got over that so quick, and then it also took the passing of our good friend Benny. It took his passing to make me realize the real reason I got in this shit, and that was to make memories with my friends. And I really don't want to see another friend of mine die in this. I love all my wrestling friends, and I really hate seeing them go one by one.
I did wrestling because my father loved it, my dad loved it, I loved it, my cousins all, respect me for doing it and stuff like that. When my father died in 2007, I've told nobody this story. In 2007, my father passed away from just everything that was wrong with him. And when he passed away, I decided to get back it because I left wrestling. I left it. I did not want to watch it. I did not want anything active part of it. I did not want anything with it. But then my father told me that when you get older, you're going to find your purpose. And I feel like wrestling with these guys, wrestling with you, wrestling with Home and XTCW and all that crap, it got me to find a purpose. It got me to find what I want to do. And I love this. I love traveling with these guys. I love being a part of this because of the fact of it's my friends.
It's a brotherhood.
It's exactly.
It really
that's
is.
what
We
we
don't
want
go a
to
day without talking to one of each other.
That's what we want to do. We want to
really
be.
don't.
We're a freaking brotherhood, and it's I want to travel more. I want to travel to other federations, and I want to make my name out there. Be like, hey, that Torrance guy can actually do this. Yeah, I'm getting older. Okay, I don't plan on going pro. I don't going pro would be an absolute waste of time. And like Jeff said, I didn't kiss enough ass. I wouldn't want to kiss ass. I didn't kiss Vince's ass. I didn't kiss Frankie's ass. I didn't kiss any other asses. I didn't. I was the one that was getting flamed in the chat.
He said, hey!
Well, I was
No, because you
you
stop throwing names out there.
I was the one in the old XTCW chat getting the most picked on there. And I just enjoy it. I'm enjoying the wrestling. I'm enjoying traveling. I'm enjoying everything. So
Nobody picks on Torrance but me.
And
Fucking asshole.
nobody picks on Torrance but us.
Yeah.
As a group.
So your question was, what do we?
What do you want to get out of wrestling, and why do you wrestle?
Well, I'd be a hypocrite. I'd be a liar to say I don't want to get anything out of wrestling because I want to get something. I want to get a little bit of publicity. You know what I mean? Who doesn't? There's not one person that doesn't want to be quote unquote famous. You know what I mean? I'm young. I want to go pro still. I mean, I burned those bridges. I know that. So I have to venture out to other places, maybe a different state, and go fulfill that dream still. But I'm content where I'm at right now. Traveling locally, New York State, PA, Mass, shit like that, doing backyard. But my dream and what I want to get out of wrestling is just like in the future when I have children, you know, them telling their friends like, hey, you know, my dad's a professional wrestler, so and so. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. That's what I want. I just want like the memories and to basically be able to say like, yo, this is not my profession, but this is my love. This is what I do. You know what I mean? Like my profession is gonna be different. I don't plan to make this my professional wrestling a living. Yeah. Because the chances of that happening, we all know are fucking. It's like making the NFL.
It's like Slim
It's like making the NFL. You know what I mean? Like
That's what I said. It's my hobby.
Who goes to the NFL? 2,000 people. That's 4,000 people. That's it.
True.
That's it. So I don't really want to get anything out of it. I just want to give to it more. Yeah. Professionally, backyard, anything. I just want to give. You know what I mean? I don't really want anything out of it though.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as motivation though, I mean, it's just fun. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
It's just fun. People ask me all the time, like, it's stupid. Well, why do you do that? Why do you do? It's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun.
It's because you're having fun.
It's fun. I could be doing a lot of other things that are fun, but they're against the law.
Yeah. Against the law. Could be dangerous. Could be.
You know what I mean? There's like people, you know, people make fun of backyarders for doing stuff like this, but it's like, how could you make fun of somebody for like doing their passion?
Yes, doing what
You
they
know,
love.
This is what we love. This is what we get up and think about. You know what I mean? This is like, whether we get paid for it or not, we put that same risk in.
Not to mention those same people who bash on us for being yarders used to be yarders.
True. Like
That's another thing I always liked about Anthony Gaines too. He never shit on backyard wrestling. He always, and Kevin Bennett, if you know who that is, he don't shit on yarders. They know, they stay and remember where they came from.
Exactly.
So that's just all I gotta say. I don't like people who say, "Oh, if you're good enough at it, you should get paid to it." No, because honestly, you're all fucking greedy.
Yeah,
you're all greedy. You only want a select few there, and if they're not like you don't accept them.
Exactly.
But that's all right. I'm definitely someone who like you shouldn't trash in like the indies or backyards because everyone has to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Like it's cool like leaving like WWE grabbing like athletes from just somewhere else, but like people start at the indies,
Like,
start backyard.
I don't know how you feel, but for sure you have the potential to go pro. I'm sure you know that.
Yeah, you're still young enough.
You know that.
Possibility.
You're
The
not.
youngest one in this fucking
You're
room.
smart.
I'm not gonna
You're
turn it down,
not.
obviously,
You know what I
but
mean?
like
I don't want to say you burned those bridges because you definitely didn't. You don't have no falling out with any of those people.
No.
You still can go pro to this day.
You just make
And
us
I
watch
encourage you
hang
to,
out with
but
after that.
you know you're doing this and good for you. You know, do your education and go
Yeah.
get a better job and all that good stuff.
Facts.
But don't let that dream die. Is what I wanted to tell you because you know we're doing this backyard thing for a reason. If any one of us get as much as we say no, given the opportunity to go on a pro show, we're on that like red on rice. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And
That's
we're
what we
still-
all want to do.
And we're all still
opportunity.
going to support each
Except
other.
we're not
Like,
gonna bow down to any other people's willing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If we can't go, we can't go. But if given an opportunity, we're all jumping on.
Yeah, it's an opportunity. Like you
Yeah,
can't.
and
you
I
shouldn't turn
feel
down
like
opportunity.
you still have that opportunity. You should jump on that. You still have. You can go whenever you want.
and regardless, we're going to support you
Whenever.
every step of the way.
Like you could whenever you could hit them up today and start next week.
Yeah, or if you really wanted to, yeah,
You could start whenever. And
you'd be on a show. By
I would
fucking
risk
summertime, I bet.
getting into
Like
a
Tiger
fist
King.
fight to go watch you at your pro show. I'm not gonna lie.
We won't go there, but
I
let's
would
just know-
risk getting
let's just
into a
know that's
fist
what it
fight.
would come down to.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, that's just how I kind of wanted to wrap this thing up with like a little compliment to you.
My
Like,
man missed out on Jay Lethal to punch somebody in the face.
ain't no Loganberry, goddammit.
Yeah.
That's the important
That
part.
being
of it.
said, Jay, on behalf of the Unwanted, I want to say thank you for inviting us. I wanted to be
course,
here.
of course.
I didn't want to do this without anybody else. I appreciate you for having us, and I appreciate the questions, man. You made us walk down memory lane, and you made us make some new memories.
It's kind of a good memory walk down, you know?
I'm honestly really glad I got to be here. I would like to do it again.
Oh yeah, we can get back
Hell
on.
yeah, dude. Like, come on now.
Like whether it's us again as a group or like
individual.
I would definitely love to do this again.
Yeah, we can get y'all back on the channel.
Absolutely.
Love
For sure.
it.
It was a good time.
Oh, yes. Well, on those somber notes, I hope you liked this video, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much
Later.
for watching.